Oh, hey, get ready to enjoy this great podcast with Courtney and her friends, fueled by Salt and Smoke. You're cute.
Sometimes things are tough, but if you got your family, it's enough. Making lots of friends along the way, especially in the Great Taste Gang. We've got your latest food news and scores from the Cardinals and the Blues. Nikki's part of the crew, and Greg Warren too. SeaWorld and Brando and TC2. And Ethan and Sean and Emily. And Mark and Marty and Randy. Guy and Risley. And all the moms and convies. Welcome to the Courtney Show.
Morning.
Morning.
How you doing?
Man, I just shocked myself more than I've ever shocked myself. I didn't know it was even possible. I have my fleece on. I always do a little, like a Mr. Rogers move because I keep my jacket on usually while I'm working in the morning. And then a lot of times before we go on the air, I'll take my jacket off. You know, like Mr. Rogers, you got to change. And I guess I built up a lot of static electricity, and it just shocked me through my headphones into my ear.
I don't
It was like somebody like poked me in the ear like 3 times real fast.
I don't wear fleece anymore because of the shock.
I know, but it's just lovely.
I can't do it. I just can't do it.
I gave up on it years ago, but then I saw this Orvis fleece and was like, I got to try it
Not
again.
to mention, fleece, it doesn't matter if you wash, dry, lint roller it, hair. If you have animals at your house, you have to get the same color fleece as your animal because
true.
it sticks inside the fleece.
This is like a different, I can't explain it. It's like a heavy kind of fleece, and it doesn't stick as well. It's not soft, which is what you typically like about fleece. It's a little rougher,
Yeah.
but it doesn't hold on to stuff as well. But man, did it hit me with a charge.
Yeah, and then you put your headphones on, it hit you in the ears.
I had them on, and it was like, I mean, I could hear it like popping in my ear. I think I might need to go home.
Okay.
I think I'm drowsy.
Yeah, Tim has to leave early today too.
Oh, what's he got going
Got
on?
some kind of corporate gig.
Oh.
And he's not here yet, so I'm docking him.
Putting in a solid 2 hours today?
I have no power to dock anyone. I do want to mention our good friend Afton. You'll hear her today.
Mm-hmm.
But she's had some health issues.
Yeah, what's the
We won't
latest
talk about
with
it
her?
today.
No. Oddly, for some strange reason, we will not mention it at all when she's here.
She had a kidney stone. She found out she had a kidney stone last week and went in to the hospital and had surgery to remove it, and then she went home and then she got an infection. So we wish her a speedy recovery. She said, I texted with her last night. She's feeling much better, but she is ready to get out.
Oh, good.
She's like tired of being at the hospital. And I'm sure her husband, Ryan, they have 2 little ones besides the 2 older boys.
So he's been the man.
Yeah, she sent me. She doesn't have her puzzles at the hospital. So since she can't puzzle, she called it in the joint. Her new obsession has become these gem sticker things, she said. I don't know what
like
these...
gem is in truly outrageous?
No, G-E... Well, it is the same spelling of truly outrageous gem.
Uh-huh.
But this is it.
Oh, she's like, oh, I see. She made a taco out of little, like, beads is almost what they look like from here.
I don't know. I told her it's time for her to start crushing it. And she said she likes to crush.
That's a high level of boredom right
Yeah,
there.
I know.
Whatever that is.
She said, I always tell Ryan, they aren't going to crush themselves. So we're sending our best wishes to Afton. And we won't talk about it today when we have her on.
Strangely enough. But we will in a future episode.
Probably next week.
Probably next week.
So Tim is running late. I did want to mention, I didn't get a chance to mention it yesterday, but 2 things I wanted to address from the weekend. One is that car that was behind my driveway for like 2 weeks, gone. finally.
Yeah.
They've left. The second is, did you notice mud droplets all over your car on
we
Friday
didn't even
morning?
talk about that, did
I
we?
know. We did not talk. Well, it happened. Nick told me his car had them all. He had just washed his car Thursday. Mm-hmm. And he said Friday he goes out to his car, and he's like, it was like it mud rained on my car.
It sure did.
And that's what it was.
It wasn't really on my car as much. I don't know if it happened while we were at work, like while we were here, but Aaron's truck was covered. And it's black, so it really really shows it.
There was a major dust storm.
Yeah, like in Arizona?
Texas and New Mexico.
Like I said, Texas and New Mexico.
And it's just much like when wildfires happen and we get that bad quality of air with winds that were really gusting 50 to 70 miles an hour. Dust particles carried those particles into the storm system, which then is why it was raining mud.
Getting really technical right now. But it's what it looks like.
Yeah. But the dust storms were real bad. There were 4 deaths.
Really?
Because of driving zero visibility.
You, crash the car? Mm-hmm. You don't die from dust, right? Like you don't,
Man,
dust just get you?
I feel like you could choke on dust.
I have no idea.
Don't you?
It looks terrible when they do it in the movies, but I have a feeling that that's not exactly what it's like in the real world.
I don't know, but we didn't mention it, and I want to delete this from my phone.
A little housekeeping.
That's right. I screenshot everything, and then I'm like, why did I screenshot that? Oh, I know why. Like sometimes it's just a picture, and I have a funny thought about the picture. I did send you guys the video. We talked late in the show yesterday about Jessica and Ashley Simpson's Little Drummer Boy video.
Yeah.
And I sent you the video so you could see how ridiculous it is.
I'm going to put that on the blog today. Just
You've never heard Parumpa Pum Pum pronounced this way.
Right. And there's something going on with her face.
Oh,
that's the face that she's making while she's doing
does it all the time. Every time she sings.
It's weird.
That's why
I said, I'm like, I've never heard anybody mispronounce Parumpa Pum. Parumpa Pum. I can't even do it.
You can't even do it.
I was like, what is she doing?
Both
of them.
It will really make your day. It'll bring you some laughter. I promise you.
Yeah.
Let's talk about you, Brando. What's happening at the Lutman household?
Sure. Well, Aaron's truck was not starting last week, and took it to my mechanic yesterday. It had started. It was starting again over the weekend, so I was like, all right, maybe this isn't going to be as bad, and I couldn't really duplicate the issue that we were having. But there was one little thing that was showing up. And so he fixed like a pressure switch sort of a thing, and that's it. So it's running. Fingers crossed.
All right,
it's
well,
okay.
Good. Man, you were all stressed. See, that's why they say, don't worry. Don't do that inner dialogue.
My inner dialogue.
And stress because you've had days of stress, and it ended up being an okay thing.
I was stressed the entire weekend.
I bet.
Over it.
Well, yeah. I mean, when you just don't know.
Well, yeah, you could be like, this could be $100. This could be $1,000 or more, depending on what it is. But it was much cheaper, so that was cool. Got the truck back, and I know Aaron's happy. And then yesterday, when I woke up from my nap, it was a beautiful day yesterday.
Was it?
Obviously, and the kids came home, and I was getting ready to leave because I had to take Amelia to volleyball practice, and Augie's just like sitting on the couch, like watching his tablet. And Alex is like, why don't you go outside? It's gorgeous out.
And he's an outside cat.
Typically, yeah. But this summer, he wasn't as outside as he was the summers before.
Listen, that turns into more sedentary ways. Trust me. That's my middle name.
Sedentary ways. So, we were kind of talking to him, like, we got to go outside. No, I don't want to. And so I was trying to convince him because, the kids in the neighborhood, they all go out and play. And he was staying in. And I had seen the little guy next door, Archer, who's like, I think he's 3 or 4 years old. He's little. And I told him, I said, hey, I saw Archer out there. Why don't you go hang out with him? You can kind of
teach him some stuff. Take him under your wing.
That's what I told him. I was like, he might maybe teach him how to play baseball. And he lit up. I was like, oh, he doesn't know how to play. I was like, I don't know.
You're the expert.
Yeah.
To Archer.
So I was doing I was painting this kind of Looney Tunes picture of like him and the little guy. Remember the big dog and then the little dog hopping around?
Yes.
You know, I was like, that's, you'll be like, hey, come stick with me, fella. I'll teach you the ways of the streets. It's all right, boss. I'll follow you around. And I guess it must have struck a nerve because then as we were leaving, he came wandering out. I'm like, all right, see you later. And then when I got home, he was riding around on a scooter thing in the cul-de-sac and the other kids were out playing and he had been playing outside the entire time, which was like 3.5 hours probably.
It's great.
He had not gone back in the entire time. He was all sweaty. I was like, good job.
That's how you do it. See, just a little push.
Yeah. And then when he came in, he's like, I'm going to teach Archer how to play baseball. It's like, all right, see?
You really have to take advantage of this time with Augie because this is the age you can still manipulate him.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the two oldest.
They're lost cause.
You're done. You
And
had your
Amelia,
time. You can't.
no.
She's like you with no suggestions.
She wants 0. We went shopping over the weekend, and I kind of noticed this, but it became very evident while we were shopping. She is in her pink and white era.
Oh, she was in black.
She only is buying either light pink, very specific, light pink, or white. And everything she picked out, Alex would be like, you have that exact shirt at home. Yeah, but this one has a button here. Like, but it's the same color, same design. And then, or the pink would be the same. Like, oh my God, this is all she wants. This is she knows exactly what she wants and wants more of that.
Yeah, I mean, that
where
happens.
she's 6th grade.
Yes.
That's where it starts, I think.
Hi, Tim.
Hey, guys.
Welcome.
I'm sorry.
Hey.
How's it going?
It's going well. It's really late for you.
I know. It was a bad one, and I apologize. To you guys, to the people of St. Louis, everybody. Really blew it this morning.
Did you get a haircut?
A little bit ago. I'm just not wearing a hat.
Yeah.
Which is unusual.
You look a little more dressed up than normal.
Yeah, I've got a gig I got to hit right after the
I know.
show.
That's right.
I have a sales call to make after the show.
Yeah.
I mean, mine's actually after the show. And I dress like I'm going to do Pilates today.
Did you do that on purpose?
Totally.
Or as you're leaving, you're like, oh, God, what was I thinking?
In the car, I realized, what do I have today? Oh, I'm heading over to Mid-America Airport to talk about some advertising.
I'll do that every time. I'll think of it the night before. Be like, oh, make sure. I'll even hang a shirt or something like, wear this tomorrow. And then I'll get up in the morning, just throw a sweatshirt on and walk out the door. And I won't think of it till I'm halfway
I
here.
mean, I am I've showered. My hair is good. Everything's very clean.
Yeah. I will change the note on my alarm. I will lay out clothes in a strange way, not like, oh yeah, there's a little pile of clothes, but like a distracting way, so that I do all the right things.
Oh,
I'll forget.
Oh, I understand. Like you'll make yourself think early
like
in the morning.
like when you
hang
open the
shirt.
closet, you've got your shoes like so they fall down on your head.
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
Hang the shirt
Fancy shoes.
in the doorway, so you have to walk through the shirt.
Problem is, I didn't even think about it when I went to bed last night. I went to bed very early last night because I was feeling the effects of
I tried to.
of the time change. Last night, I'm like, I'm tired. I'm just not. I was flipping channels. I'm like, I'm going to bed. I'm too tired to even do this.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm going to this meeting. It's not just me. Like, if it was just me, I could just joke around with the guy and be like, hey, sorry, radio. Am I right?
Yeah.
But there's 2 other radio personalities in our cluster.
Oh, no. They're going to be all dressed up.
Well, one, always looks pretty decent. We're going to have fire alarms.
Sorry, everybody. They're
today.
testing the fire alarms this morning. Hear it in the background.
Moon is one, your partner in music.
Yeah.
And, he's
stylish.
Yes,
Yeah.
very
He wears
stylish.
some interesting hats.
Well, yeah. And then the other is Martin Kilcoyne, who's a TV guy, and
he's probably got makeup on.
he's never grubby.
He's pretty casual around here.
Is he?
Yeah, I would not describe it as grubby, but when he's here, he's very casual.
I don't know what he does after this, so he might be all newsy
Right.
today since he's got a meeting.
Yeah.
And then
true,
he's got to
yeah.
do his other job.
Yeah.
So I just look like trash.
She'll be fine.
But I'm the only Illinois one there.
Well, there you go.
Oh, well, then
That's
it's all
worth
you all the way.
Yeah.
Something. And
Just wear a 618 shirt.
I don't even have that.
That'll be great.
So yeah, I'm a big grub. Tell us about your day yesterday. I saw you came in with a new tote bag.
Yeah. So,
You're bought and paid for now.
Huh?
You're bought and paid for now.
We we did the episode yesterday of the Consumers Podcast with a representative from the Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, is that what that says?
They
I can't
flew
see.
her in.
Oh my gosh.
Not only they fly her, we do the podcast over at our buddy Randy's house. He's got a house in South City. And so his small kitchen, there were 3 chefs from the Cheesecake Factory in there making food. They made us all the new, they add new menu items every 6 months. And that menu obviously is huge. So we got to try all those out and then just got in deep about Cheesecake Factory. But for one of you, I have a hat. And for one of you,
You're kidding.
I have a tote bag.
Oh, my Lord.
It's a pretty cool tote bag.
Yeah, it's nice. It's very colorful. It says I'm bought and paid for by Cheesecake
That's
Factory.
right.
Yeah, it really is fancy.
Did they have
We
anything?
didn't pull any punches. We kept it real because Sean used to work there.
Did they have anything for you to try because you have restrictions?
I've been known to go in on some cheesecake, and I did.
And
then,
you're not? Are you allowed to eat cheesecake?
I mean, I'm allowed.
I mean, you're allowed to eat anything, but
When it comes to baked goods, I will eat some dairy.
you will
So
break
I
some
don't-
rules.
Yes, I mean I never have meat under any circumstances, but if they're baked goods for whatever reason, I go in. I don't eat ice cream. I don't have cheese. I don't any of that. But when it comes to like a piece of cake or something,
But
I'll
it's
go for
cheesecake
it. I know. I was like, I'm only going to do a bite, and then I
because
ate
it's
too
the
much.
most delicious thing ever.
Yeah, it's on this
right.
new. It's called like triple berry or something. It's unbelievable. And then they have like this Thai noodle dish that's new,
I love
that's
some
right up my
noodles
alley.
and Thai.
And a cucumber. Anyway, I'm giving it
Extra
away, but-
Thai for me, please.
Real? Are you more Thai? You
I
like lots?
ask extra.
Lot
More
of-
Thai.
A lot of spice.
Mix some more Thai. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds
I
delicious.
got some of those little packets of whatever that powder is they put on it and
Sure.
knock you out.
So it was, it was fun. Learned a lot, and yeah, it was an overall good day. And then the morning was a little bit crazy, but I'm here now, and I think that's what's important.
I don't think we should do a show today with this
Fire
interference.
They say it's like 20 minutes, they said. But of course, it's at the time when we're talking.
Yeah.
So you guys can probably hear the fire alarm in the
I don't know
background,
if they
but there's
can.
also, yeah, they can.
Now you hear it.
The
There's not an actual
the
fire.
sound isn't bothering me.
No, but there's strobe. I was about
flashing
to
in here.
explain. There's
Oh,
yeah,
it's the strobe is
Yeah, the
not
strobe.
strobing.
flashing lights in here.
It's annoying.
I know. I was telling the listeners.
I know.
Yeah.
I wasn't saying anything about you explaining it.
Oh, okay.
Strobe lights are cool when they're fast because then we look like robots.
I
When they're
just hate.
slow.
I don't need any interference in the morning with my brain.
Yeah.
It's hard enough.
Yeah. Strobe lights, fire alarm, fancy clothes. You don't need any of it.
Anything else we want to discuss before we move on for the day?
I think I nailed it all.
Did you?
Yeah,
Feel good about it?
the pink thing that was even a bonus.
You got an extra little.
Yeah,
Throw
that
in?
was from yesterday. I didn't get there. I was like, oh, I still got that.
How about poor Afton?
I know. I mean, you won't hear her upset today
Not going to bring it
at
up.
all.
No. Well, you won't even be able to tell. She's such a trooper.
There's no talking about it. Lots of texts came in overnight, so we appreciate you guys listening to the podcast.
Yeah.
After hours, we're going to discuss some of those things. One of them has a suggestion about a question of the day. It just makes me laugh. I mean, we can throw it out there. We'll do it in a little while. It's pretty funny. It's from I don't know who it's from. Amanda Waterfalls.
Love it.
She sent in a kind of a funny question. So we'll pass that along. But we also today have Hollywood Outsider, which is coming up in just a few minutes. Tickets to give away. Daryl Hall, 7 o'clock hour. Avril Lavigne, 9 o'clock hour. Some numbers. Really good stuff in food court. And we have a guest coming in at 9. Kelly Manno, known for her TikTok account about Gen X. They have a Gen X show coming to the factory, and she's going to come in and promote it. She is a Stephen DC veteran as well.
Oh.
So she came after I was there, and I'm not sure what her position was, but I know she met her soon-to-be ex-husband on the show, Jimmy, who I'm friends with as well. I know Jimmy. I've known Jimmy longer only because he was the producer for that show. So maybe we'll We'll pull out some old Stephen. I'm curious what her. I mean, I was there for 7 years. I don't think she was there like for many years or anything like that. But I'm curious to see her battle scars.
Yeah.
To hear about what it was like. How many people were on the show when she was there?
Yeah.
Because there would just be somebody like, I think I could do some fun stuff on your show. Come on in.
Yeah.
We just had stragglers at all time in the studio.
And would she have reported to you?
I really don't. I mean, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that you think that Stephen DC had a reporting structure.
Well, it was them
Well,
and then
sure,
me.
yeah.
I mean, it was.
Yeah.
I mean, I was.
I'd like to hear about that.
I was third.
Did you conduct skip level meetings
I
with
was third
underlings at
I
times?
was third in command. I was the one. If we went on a trip, I would go with them. I mean, I was third in command.
You had to
then.
update the org chart every now and again.
Hey, I hired a couple people for the show too.
Yeah.
Yeah, based on like somebody writing a funny letter. I was like, hey, why don't you come on?
I like that sentence. You're on the show.
I really thought they were like, if they were like Dan Duffy. He sent me a letter, and I was like, this guy's a funny cat.
Bring him in.
Let's bring him in, see what he's capable of. And he was on the show longer than me, I think.
Really?
Did you do the thing where, because we did this on that show I was on in Springfield, you'd bring somebody in for a little while and then you just kind of quit calling them.
Oh, yeah.
Because you'd be like, hey, this guy's funny. And then after about 3 or 4 days, you're like, I don't really care for him.
Or they got too comfortable and...
Yeah, they say something, you're like, well, that was too far.
Trust me.
See you later, Todd.
It was hard to... It was difficult. It was very difficult. And I don't think a lot of people were paid. I don't really...
no.
I mean, I was not in charge
Did
of
you have to
payment.
pizza party people?
I never had to.
Good.
No. I think we just, like... I don't even know what happened. I have no idea.
Start ignoring.
My memory is not great.
Sure.
When it comes to those days, or I've blocked it.
Yeah. All the hearts you broke.
Because I feel bad.
Yeah. Like we had at one point like 5 different weather girls. And then within a course of, I don't know, 3 months, we had none. I don't know if any were fired or they just didn't want to come in anymore. I don't think we were paying them. Maybe we were.
Did you have any weather boys?
No.
Why is it called, why is weather girl totally fine and normal? It sounds normal to me, but weather boy. You never heard weather boy.
It'd be funnier. Maybe we should get a weather boy.
I think we should. All right, let's get on with the show. If you guys want to text us, we'd love to hear from you all morning on the Cheney window and door text line 314-669-4665.
Get your family vehicles ready for summer driving with early Memorial Day deals at Dobbs. Save up to $110 on top brands like Goodyear, Cooper, Continental, Michelin, and BF Goodrich tires, and get super service deals. Click on gotodobbs.com today.
Hurt in a car accident? Injured on the job? At Cantor Injury Law, we know how overwhelming it can feel. With over 100 years of combined local legal experience and over $500 million won, we fight to get you the justice you deserve.
You can count on Cantor Injury Law to stand by your side. You pay nothing out of pocket. We only win when you win.
When you're injured, count on Cantor. Cantor Injury Law, 314-628-9999, or visit CantorInjuryLaw.com.
You can count on Cantor.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
The Hollywood Outsider on 106.5 The Arch.
You can now see someone from the Harry Potter movies on OnlyFans. Jessie Cave played Lavender Brown in the movies. And you're like, I don't know who that is. Oh, well, she's the curly-haired girl who is hopelessly in love with Ron Weasley in Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Oh, yeah. Does that ring a bell? Right? Now we're on the same page. Well, she is now on OnlyFans brushing her hair. So she has very long, straight, blonde hair, and she will brush it for you if that's what...
That's all she's doing on there?
Get you going. That's what she says. She says, I'm starting an OnlyFans for my hair. It's niche, even for me. Join me on this strange new journey. And then on her OnlyFans page, it just says... will not do explicit sexual content, might be in my underwear, will respond to DMs. So you can message her with requests.
I'm curious how much this is actually going to bring in.
She's charging $6 a month. But I mean, if she gets
Oh my gosh.
a couple hundred people,
Yeah, you're right.
She's going to make a lot of money.
She
she'll
is.
make some money
and it's-
brushing her hair.
It's such a fandom you want to be a part of, even in that tiny little role she had.
Yes.
She's going to get paid.
God, I wish I still had all my hair.
And her parents
Be a millionaire.
can still be okay with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
She doesn't have to keep it a secret, is what
Are
I'm
we all
saying.
just a little bit curious? Like, well, what's happening on the DMs? And
Yeah,
she made a point to say, like, I might be in my underwear.
it's too bad that that's kind of the place for that. It's also the place where, some pretty, I guess, hardcore stuff happens. But even some musicians and people are getting on it. I don't know. So if you're doing anything that's kind of across the line, or not, maybe on the line, or that's like, oh, is this a little weird? It feels that way because it's OnlyFans.
Yes.
There should be, there's an opportunity for somebody else to come in and create and they probably already have, an OnlyFans that does not allow nudity. You know what I mean? Like one that's like, so somebody like this can say, like, I'm not on OnlyFans.
Yeah. I'm
on Bloogie Blue.
Yeah.
And Bloogie Blue doesn't go for this kind of stuff.
Right.
And then it feels like, all right, well, this one's legit. That's what I've heard. Neo has been busy lately. The singer took to Instagram the other day to introduce the 4 women he's in a polyamorous relationship with. He calls them or all of them. I'm not sure now.
All right.
He calls it his pyramid. So either he's a part of the pyramid, or, the numbers don't work, right? Pyramid is 3. And there's 4 women plus him.
There's 4 women?
Yes. So that is not a pyramid. It's been a long time since I've had geometry, but
Yeah, you can't really make a pyramid out of that.
what is that, a pentagram?
I don't know.
5 sides? Counting him? Or 4 is a square.
I guess no. I don't know.
Pyramid doesn't work.
No.
They have
Maybe they brought each other in, and so it's like a
A pyramid scheme.
Oh, maybe that's it.
Like
They-
you have to find another one. Like
They have
welcome.
fun names too. He's giving them all nicknames. There's
Oh, good.
Pretty Baby, Twin Flame,
Oh boy.
Phoenix Feather, and Sexy Lil Something.
Sounds like my cat names.
Kind of does. Martin Scorsese told Seth Rogen he uses the F word too much. So Scorsese has a cameo on the Studio. That's a new Apple TV show from Seth Rogen and his writing partner Evan Goldberg. And Seth and Evan were shocked to get a note from Scorsese about the episode he was in, I guess, considering that he directed The Wolf of Wall Street, which holds the record for F-bombs in a movie. 569 F-bombs in that movie. Plus, he directed Casino, which has 422, and Goodfellas, which has 300. So he knows his way around the F word. And for him to be like, hey, guys, you need to back off on that a little bit. They were like, what are you talking about? They said, if you're wondering what the Studio is, Rogen says, quote, I think a lot of people wonder why so many bad films are made in Hollywood, but what people should wonder is how any good films are made in Hollywood. So it's some sort of insider baseball about movies. So I didn't know what that was.
I'm excited to see it.
But Scorsese will be in part of it at some point. Drake is about to do something. In a new post, he said, quote, I grew up non-confrontational and always treated this game as a sport where my pen was gold. But these days, the podium has been hard for all of us to ignore. I understand that this next chapter may leave you feeling uneasy, but I hope you see my honesty as clarity, not charity, that answers some questions, especially about the unanswered texts you've been sending me. So
Sounds like he was starting to try to rhyme a little bit, or you read it like a poem.
Clarity and charity. That was intentional right there. So people are like, maybe he's doing a new album. Maybe he's going to start up the diss track thing with Kendrick Lamar again because he talked about being non-confrontational, which apparently, as we know, that did not go very well for him. Did not end well. He's down a couple points. The post also included several pictures, including a shot of 2 tablets of Zofran, which is medication that you use to prevent nausea and vomiting. So
what?
Yep. I don't know what's going on, but Drake's got something up his sleeve.
Am I the only one? This has nothing to do with Drake, but it has to do with drugs. that looked up whatever the drug that the wife is on, Parker Posey?
Oh, I
Did
didn't.
anybody Google that besides me?
No.
Oh.
On White Lotus?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
She's on
What's it
heavy
called?
duty marrazepam? Something pan.
I think that you put that on cookies and cakes.
That's
Something with an
mascarpone.
Marzipan?
Something with an L.
Marzipan?
That's how I've heard it.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's like a edible.
It's not Jason Mrazpan. Anyway, she pops them like they're candy, and she's going to have some issues.
Yes, she is.
'Cause
Probably.
She's out now because her husband stole them.
She's so good.
She's the best thing on that show right
It
now.
took me
to
a second to get used to, like, oh, that's Parker Posey. But boy, she's good.
Because it's not my favorite season so far.
I agree. Yep, I agree.
Wendy Williams was taken to a hospital yesterday after dropping a note out of her window asking for help.
Oh, boy.
This is like TMZ story. So they say that
TMZ usually has solid information.
They do.
I mean, I know
But they say that she aced the psych test that they gave her. Well, how would
How do they know?
She probably told them.
Yeah, right.
Or one of her people
I feel
told her.
terrible for her. She's so young to
I
be
know.
through this trauma. What is she, 60?
And
we
we don't know the whole story.
We don't know. No, we don't.
Maybe she is being held against her will and does deserve to be on her own. Or maybe there are dark times that we don't see.
Sure.
And we want to believe that she's actually okay and there's bad people doing bad things. And I don't know. Michelle Obama is starting a podcast. It's going to be with her brother. So when I read that, I went, she has a brother? So I fell down that rabbit hole. She certainly does. His name is Craig Robinson. Not that one, a different one. He used to be the head men's basketball coach at Oregon State. He played college basketball, was drafted to play professional basketball, never played for the NBA. Also had like other jobs in other industries, like left this big high-paying job to go coach again, like to go back and get into basketball and start coaching. He's got a very interesting story, and he talked all about like how when he met Barack Obama, they played basketball, and like how he could tell what type of a person he was by how he played basketball. I just, like I said, I went down the rabbit hole because I'm like, I didn't know she had a brother.
You got to tell somebody about it.
Yeah, so now I'm telling you guys. There's a whole story. So I don't know, it might be an interesting podcast. He seems like an interesting person. Amazon is now streaming old episodes of The Apprentice. And it's unclear how much money President Trump will be making on the deal, but he was an executive producer on the show. So he will probably getting some money from that deal. The Apprentice going on Amazon. Cruel Intentions, that series, according to Amazon, is done. They just canceled it after one season, so apparently it didn't quite take off with a new audience.
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
Everybody's Live with John Mulaney. That's his new talk show. That'll premiere on Netflix tomorrow night. And we do have his first round of guests. He'll have Michael Keaton, Joan Baez, Fred Armisen, and Cypress Hill. So, and I'm guessing he'll do it kind of like he did.
These guys are crazy.
The Everybody's in LA, wasn't that what it was called?
Yeah, I think it's
where you kind of bring one guest out and then another guest comes out and maybe two of them come out together. Like he just kind of has sort of a hodgepodge, but it's really more about that hang discussion, it seems like, at least for the LA one. So we'll see if he uses the same format. And Variety put together a list of the 100 greatest TV performances of the 21st century. I put the whole list on the blog. I mean, it's 100 different actors. I've got the top 10. Anyone?
Yeah, I saw this list yesterday, and I only saw number 100, and I'm like, man, I can't imagine.
Yeah, it was, what's his face from
The Bear.
The Bear.
Yeah.
All the way down at number 100.
Yeah.
I mean, the top 10 is good. There's a couple in here that I
Just
didn't-
television?
Yes. Well,
TV
series.
performances.
Yes. So number 10 is Sandra Oh as Dr. Christina Yang in Grey's Anatomy. Number 9, Rhea Seehorn as Kim Wexler on Better Call Saul. I have not seen that show. Andre Braugher as Captain Raymond Hold in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. The late Andre Braugher. Carrie Coon, number 7.
Oh, Leftovers?
Yeah, The Leftovers.
Oh, so good.
I think you've talked about
Oh,
that show.
I love it so much.
I never know what it is. And so then this morning I went in and watched the trailer of it. I got to watch this show.
Oh, it's so good. It's only 3 seasons.
What is it on?
Max. Yeah.
Man.
It's so good. I loved it
stressful,
so
too.
much.
Michael Kenneth Williams as Omar Little on The Wire, the late Michael Kenneth Williams. That's number 6. Bryan Cranston as Walter White in Breaking Bad at number 5. Lisa Kudrow all the way up at number 4.
Is it another one of my shows?
The Comeback.
The Comeback.
Playing the character Valerie Cherish.
It's only 2 seasons, and they're far apart, but man, it's uncomfortable.
But all the way at number 4? Is it that good?
It's incredible. It's cringe and great and funny. It's so good.
I was stunned.
Steve Carell?
Nope. Elizabeth Moss is Peggy Olson in Mad Men. Jeremy Strong is Kendall Roy in Succession. And all the way at number 1, Julia Louis-Dreyfus as Selena Meyer.
Yeah.
Wow.
I agree with
it's good.
the first couple ones, but wow, that Lisa Kudrow was shocking to me.
You guys will love it. It's only 2 seasons. It is so good.
How's Carell not on that thing?
He might be
at
farther
11.
down. I just pulled
But
the
I
top
agree.
10.
I think Carell made The Office. He set the tone for that whole show.
Yeah.
And then all the character development happened around him, but without that character,
yeah.
There's
What
not
he
a
was
lot
doing
of
every episode.
comedies in the top 10, but the number 1 is a comedy.
I saw something, I just saw a post and it said, to think that the least impressive thing that Julia Louis-Dreyfus ever did was SNL is crazy.
That's true.
Because really,
She's hardly on it.
Yeah, but I mean, it wasn't her. That's your claim to fame usually. Oh, they were on SNL.
Yeah, but a lot of people just didn't
That was a bad
click.
era.
She was on a weird cast.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Tim Robinson was on there. Larry David worked there for a minute. Like, who else? There's other.
Oh, yeah.
Robert Downey Jr.,
yeah.
Like,
it is crazy, though. A couple texts that came in yesterday from the podcast. Our friend Raccoon Lovin' Megan.
What's she up to now?
She's very upset about the Arch Badness bracket. She's filling it out, and she loves Breakfast at Tiffany's. She said, my first CD ever. So nostalgic. My heart is breaking. Hey,
yeah, I like that song.
I like it too, but, it is. I mean, it's on lots of lists of the worst songs. So there's people that think it's kind of silly. It's a silly song. So don't get upset. Just you pick the one that you think is the worst and see how far they'll go. And you could win. The best bracket's going to get $500. And then this is the question of the day that I thought might be kind of funny from Amanda Waterfalls. So I thought about something that might be a fun question of the day. What nicknames do you have for your neighbors? About 4 years ago, we met our neighbors because they had a dinner party and a backyard flashlight game of hide and seek for the kids. Ever since then, they have been known as flashlight party people, even though my daughter's friends with their daughter. At my old house, our neighbor across the street got pizza delivered so often that she was Pizza Girl. Another neighbor always had bones for the neighborhood dogs that walked by, so we called him Man with Bones. Am I a terrible person? Do other people have nicknames for their neighbors?
Oh, they absolutely do. We have Mr. Kenny, who lives across the street from us. We call him Mr. Tinny because the little guys next door, when they were little, they couldn't
say Kenny,
so they called him Mr. Tinny. And so we just called him Mr. Tinny. And then my grandma and grandpa, years ago when I was a kid, they had a neighbor next door that watered their grass always was watering the grass, and so they called him Water Weedy.
Water what?
Water Weenie.
Oh. We call the people that live across the street from us. I mean, we don't know them very well, but they do things like this one guy. I swear he was working on building a table for 6 months, and he would be in the garage sawing all the time. So we called him Table Guy. And then there was another guy that would rev his motorcycle on the weekends early, just in the garage. He was just Motorcycle Guy.
Motorcycle Guy.
Uh-huh.
That guy's a madman.
Remember, I told you before that people called Nick the Chipper in the neighborhood.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was always in the backyard chipping golf balls.
Oh.
He was the Chipper.
The Chipper.
Uh-huh.
Cool.
If you have a nickname that you call a neighbor, you can text it to us on the Cheney window and door text line 314-669-4665.
The Courtney Show.
Can't wait to show my friends today. Best thing I saw yesterday.
This is a visual, but it really made me laugh, and you can see it when Tim posts all the best things on our story on Facebook and Instagram. But it's from, I I don't know who it's from. I'm sorry. I asked my grandpa, who is a retired homicide detective, to babysit tonight. I wasn't disappointed. The baby's sleeping on its stomach, and he outlined the baby.
The chalk line.
Oh my
And there's
gosh.
like evidence tags around it.
Really made me laugh. I like the baby's outfit. He's got little elbow patches on his clothes and little suspenders. That made me laugh. And then I posted something. You can see it on the blog today at 1065thearch.com. I guess on TikTok there's a Willie the pig, and there's lots of animals that are famous on TikTok. Mm-hmm. And it just says, this morning on the farm, Willie the pig was late for breakfast. And she's calling Willie, and he is running as fast as he can. And he's making all his noises. It's just maybe one of the most adorable things you'll ever see. So that's on the blog today. And then I like this. It's from, it's just the scene from Waterboy. It's Mama talking to Bobby. Mm-hmm. And she said, "You're going to lose all your fancy money at the casino." And he says, "But Mama, I like it when the machine says Buffalo." It's kind of an inside joke, but I've talked
Buffalo game players.
The Buffalo game. If you like the slots, it's funny to me. All right, what about you guys?
I got a couple. This is from the real Johan. I don't know. It's a whole bunch of things. She said, I don't know what's worse. My kids calling me bro or the way they got me calling them bro now, too. I love calling the kids bro. Bro.
Oh, man.
They don't like it. And then this is from Justin Timmer. He said, paint roller on the wall. Yeah, sorry. Not enough paint here to really cover anything. Paint roller being cleaned in the sink. I got paint for days. You can't even conceive how much paint is in here.
It is crazy, right?
If I wouldn't have kept painting, if I'd have known there was this much paint left
I'll tell
in
you
here.
the worst thing ever is makeup brushes. You cannot get those things clean.
Oh,
when
really?
You're using it for foundation, you can sit there and just soap and water it. So it's like,
just
how
keeps
is there
coming out.
any more? This is a small little brush.
I do that with paintbrushes, right? It's like, I cannot believe, you just have to stop at some point. Like, I'm never going to get all the paint out of it.
That's true. I like this. The hour we lost was the one I was going to use to get my life together.
Yeah.
And then, man, this one, I don't know how this will play. Oh, I basically said this yesterday, but this guy said, in other news, my car's clock is correct again.
Yes, you did.
That's you.
And then I don't know how this will play. If you guys seen the video of but Chris sent this to me. I've seen it a few times. It's a Boston College basketball player, and I guess he's he graduated or whatever, and they say here.
Going out to eat.
I messed it up already. They say it starts with them saying.
What takeaway your best memory from playing basketball at Boston College?
And he takes a second.
Probably just
He puts his head down. He's clearly really, really emotional. His best memory of Boston College, playing basketball. And he can barely compose himself. And then.
going out to eat.
Going out to eat?
That
was the longest pause.
I know. He's trying to say, just the simple things, but it's so funny because he puts his head down and people are like, oh, what's going on?
He's getting very emotional.
Yeah.
Like, the coach sat me down one day and told me, one day you're going to make it. Nope, just going out to eat.
Going out to eat.
Those are the best things we saw yesterday. They will be at the Courtney Show STL, Facebook, Instagram. Follow us. How did we do yesterday with new followers, Tim?
Oh, let me see. I think we did okay. We didn't set any records.
Yeah.
Stand
What are you? Because you're breathing a sigh.
Yeah, no tank top for me.
Tank top is on the line.
Oh yeah, how many did you need?
Oh, it was like 100, I think.
Oh yeah, you're okay. Well, let's see here.
Well, there's got to be a
maybe
time.
200.
200. I'd say 200.
I'm pretty sure it was just a 24-hour period.
Yeah, we did not hit 100. I'll put
All right.
Come on, people. The Courtney Show STL.
At the Courtney Show STL on Instagram. I don't care even if you're not on Instagram. You start an account right now and you follow us for high quality
right
content.
now.
Don't cost nothing.
Nothing. Nothing at all. All right, so those are the best things. We've got Food Court. That's next on The Courtney Show.
Hi, this is Jalen for Dobbs, where tire buying is easy. At GoToDobbs.com, shop brands, sizes, pricing, and our amazing deals. With 40-plus locations, get same-day install. For tires, it's Dobbs.
For deals you can use, click on GoToDobbs.com now.
You can count on Cantor. Hi, I'm Mark Cantor of Cantor Injury Law. Cantor Injury Law is local, and that's much different than the other lawyers you see advertising. You can count on Cantor to know you and your injury. Count on Cantor to know the law and how to maximize the money you win in your case. You can count on Cantor because we've been winning cases like yours for 30 years. Visit CantorInjuryLaw.com or call us at 314-628-9999.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Food Court.
106.5 The Arch.
Food Court is brought to you by the Schnucks Rewards app. Earn 2% back on every purchase with the Schnucks Rewards app. Let's start off Food Court with some food text that we got overnight.
Oh.
This is from Carol from Darien Prairie. And she just wrote, another question I have with Pop-Tarts. This is the strong opinion from Brando yesterday. Briefly, Brando?
Yep. I'm angry because Pop-Tarts, the individual packages that the Pop-Tarts come in do not have the flavor of Pop-Tart that's in there. Now, if you buy them individually at the grocery store or like the gas station or something, they do. But when you get them in a box, you take them out, it's that foil. Nowhere on there does it tell you what's inside the package, and it gets confusing because if you take one out and try to put it back, you don't know what flavor it is.
Okay, so Carol wants to know also, why do they have to come in packs of 2? Sometimes, and this is me, anytime I have Pop-Tarts, which is not a lot, they'll get into my view at the store every once in a while. I'm like, yeah, that sounds good. But I usually only want one. And
oh, really?
So then then they're not going to stay fresh. I'm
Yeah,
not wasting a Ziploc on a Pop-Tart.
The kids, little guys, sometimes will just want one.
Yeah.
And then they'll leave the other one in there.
Yes.
But it'll get eaten within some speed.
Yeah, but it's only me. I don't even think he likes Pop-Tarts.
If they made like
hot dog Pop-Tart?
Yeah, some sort of savory hot Pop-Tart, he'd be on board.
But she said sometimes 2 is just too much to eat, and they don't store well. Either they get dried out quickly, and if you just eat one, there's no labeling on the leftover one. She likes strawberry. That's her favorite. And then the other one overnight was from Sandy from Belleville, food related. As much as I love the Post Malone cookies, I found one I love even more.
What?
They're Oreo peanut butter pie, and they are amazing. Thanks to Schnucks for having a sale on Oreos a little while ago. Thank you for brightening my day.
You better get those while you can, because that sounds like one of their...
Peanut butter pie?
Yeah, like come and go kind of flavors.
I'll give them a try. And then yesterday I was at the store and I picked up and I only sent it to make Greg Warren angry.
Yeah.
I bought it to make him angry, but they're Pringles. They're not Pringles. It's the Good Crisp Company.
Oh,
and they look just...
But they look like Pringles?
Oh, it's like...
They're good. We've had those.
Oh, yeah.
They're really good.
Yeah.
And they're the Good Crisp Company, so I feel like they're better for you.
They have the word good in there.
No guilt. All taste, no guilt.
Well, it's hard to argue
Did
with.
you look at the labels? Did you compare?
I didn't. I
like
just said
how
I believe them.
You
Hey,
just trust.
it works for me usually. When that one company put out the best mac and cheese, they call it the world's best mac and cheese. I bought it. It was expensive. And it really is the best frozen mac and cheese I've ever had.
Yeah, but your system has broken down to make sure it's expensive and has a good-looking label.
I don't like to get into the fails. It's only the victories that I'm here to discuss.
Like a true gambler.
I'm here to discuss with you today. There was another food-related one. Apparently, the Reese's peanut butter cups, peanut butter and jelly, are hitting shelves now.
They'll be hitting the trash can once you take a bite out of them. They sound disgusting.
Have you seen them?
I've seen them, but I haven't tried one.
Yeah. Both grape and strawberry.
Yeah.
There's no way they're good.
This Snackalator guy that I follow that always has everything new, and I follow him because they're sending him all this stuff.
Yeah.
He loves everything.
Oh.
I don't like that.
Because he's working for them.
Yeah.
This
He's on the
isn't
take.
Yeah, but he still always has the new releases, and I don't believe his take on anything.
Yeah,
that's what you got to do. You got to take your Cheesecake Factory tote and toe the company line, man.
That's why. I mean, Schnucks is the best. We all know that, but everybody knows that. All right, a couple other food stories for you today. Oh, is today any day? I don't think it is. I don't have it, at least. But this is smart, and more of these pickle companies should do it. Clausen's is now releasing just pickle juice available in bottles.
You might as well.
Interesting.
I know so many people that are making their own pickle shots at home, and then there's also that whole camp of people that say it's good for like a recovery thing, like drinking a shot of pickle juice is a good recovery.
I've heard that.
So I think it started with Dua Lipa saying she puts, and not only that, but Sonic had the pickle drinks where you can get pickle juice. But Dua Lipa doing that pickle juice and Diet Coke thing.
Yeah.
Clausen said, "Hey, Dua Lipa, we hear you. Do we dare? 10,000 likes. We might just make Clausen dill pickle juice a thing," and they did. It's called Just the Brine. It's in a bottle, so you don't have to chug the whole thing. You can keep it, and then you can use it by itself or add it to something. Apparently, in like Poland, this pickleback shots are huge. They've been big for a long time. So that you do a shot of vodka and then a shot of pickle juice. Try mixing them together, Poland.
Make it a little easier. Less dishes.
It's very easy.
Have you ever heard pickle juice is good for calluses?
No.
What?
That's an old.
Like on your
when I was
on the
you rub it on there?
Yeah, on your. You're supposed
like
to
a
soak
cotton
your
ball?
hand. Nah, you're supposed to soak your hand in pickle juice. It was an old thing. It was an old baseball thing.
Really?
When I was a kid, they're like, "Oh, if you get calluses, make sure you soak your hand in pickle juice." And I was like, "Is this guy serious, or he just wants to?" Like, they're
offload
always
some pickle juice. He's been
it's
trying
just
to
like
sell.
messing with kids. And so you come in the next day and be like, "I soaked my hand in pickle juice," and be like, "Why'd you do that? Your hand smells like pickle."
Yeah.
You know, that's what old guys did to
I
us
just
back in
have
the day.
Nick's line about soaking it in my head, and I've got to move past it. It's a terrible, terrible thing. It's dirty. I'm not going to
believe that.
I'm not going to repeat it. Anyway, we can't get it here. It's only going to be available in big Irish communities for St. Patrick's Day. Chicago, Boston, and New York. I don't know why it has to do with Irish.
Yeah.
3 cities with deep Irish heritage and legendary celebrations, I guess. Maybe because they're going to hand them out at these
And it's
big parades and stuff.
And it's green.
It doesn't look green.
Well, this is weird.
Anyway, you can possibly win packs of it. This is going to be available soon enough. This is a smart idea.
Mm-hmm.
It's a smart idea.
If they don't do it, somebody else is going to do it.
You can win packs at Just the Brine on the Clausen website. So there you go. Krispy Kreme is doing a huge giveaway for St. Patrick's Day, and they just announced with the announcement of their St. Patrick's Day donuts, which there's a bunch of delicious sounding ones. There's the pot of gold donut there, which is the original glaze dipped in caramel flavored icing. And then there's some buttercream and gold coin glitter sprinkles over the rainbow. That's filled with cake flavored cream dipped in light green icing sprinkles. The Choco Shenanigans donut. And that is filled with white cream dipped in chocolate icing. And then the St. Patty's swirl donut. But they are announcing that starting on St. Patrick's Day, thousands of Krispy Kreme fans that go in store to buy donuts are going to get a pot of gold pass. That gets them a dozen free original glazed donuts for an entire year, starting immediately.
Like every day for a year?
It's probably one of those things. I doubt it's every day. Don't you think it's like one a week?
Yeah.
I don't. There's fine print on this.
That's awesome.
But it's pretty awesome. They said
Your
that
insurance rates will go up.
They said that multiple guests will be randomly selected to win a pot of gold pass. It says each day at every participating shop. So I guess it starts on March 17th, but it's going to run for a little while.
It's interesting.
I know.
You just go there and hopefully you get the golden ticket.
I know. They said thousands. They're giving out thousands of these.
A lot of donuts.
Oh, no, that's not it. I thought maybe there was a date on there. There ain't. And then finally today, unless there's something you guys want to address.
No, I'm really stuck on the donut thing right now. I'm thinking about
You're just thinking about
how great
donuts?
it would be to get a dozen donuts every week. Just swing by and go grab my donuts.
Very dangerous.
I was trying to make a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory joke too, but I can't come up with anything. Run, Charlie, run!
You'd have to really drive.
I drive right past the one in South County.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I just swing by.
There's one right down the street from me. Remember I told you guys about when I used to work out at New Lady Fitness?
No.
When
nearby?
Yeah, it was like right across the street.
Oh, boy.
I'd come out after a great workout and that donut smell would just be wafting.
You earned that donut then.
And I don't think I ever one time went there.
Look at that.
Well, because you feel good. If it didn't get me on the way, it could have gotten me on the way in more than on the way out.
Sure.
Way in, I could have said, you know
Just
what?
stay a little longer.
Let's-
Hell with it.
Let's take a detour over here and skip that whole workout.
Do a donut day.
There is a new a pizza chain. They're getting pressed because they're doing something crazy. It's in Australia. You've been to Australia, Tim.
Yes, I have.
It's a place called... I don't know what the place is called. It doesn't give me the name, I guess because it's not here. Oh, Bubba Pizza. You ever heard of Bubba Pizza?
Yeah, I was there a bunch.
They have 15 locations.
No, I'm not familiar.
Okay. Well, they have now added, and it was all invented by an Aussie rules footballer named Cooper Hamilton.
Cooper Hamilton?
You don't know him either, do you?
No, but it sounds like
Chris Convey would know
he's a
all.
big one. Yeah,
Chris
he would.
Convey would know this.
I wonder if he was in the bus that Chris perfectly parallel parked.
That wasn't
it rugby?
No.
Or was it cricket?
This is Australian rules football.
I think,
dang it.
I think it was that.
I thought it was cricket.
Oh, I don't know. You might be right. I don't know.
Well, anyway, this guy started it, and they are now putting orange slices on pizza.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
It's a Hawaiian pizza, but instead of pineapple, they're putting orange slices.
Yeah.
It's peeled. They're peeled.
Well, good.
So everybody's doing stories on it. You know, I don't know. I'm not a pineapple pizza person, but I understand it.
Yeah.
Because I like that sweet and savory.
Yeah.
But I don't like Canadian bacon.
Right.
It's not my thing. But anyway, you can see a picture of it on the blog today at 1065thearch.com. That's your food court, brought to you by the Schnucks Rewards app.
You can do it! I see dead people. Hello, Newman. Where's the beach? What you talking about,
Throwback Live.
Contestants for Throwback Live this morning. I'll be playing for Christy from Belleville, Illinois. Brando has Cheryl from Crestwood. And Tim, you're playing for Kevin from St. Charles, up for grabs. The winner gets a pair of tickets to see Daryl Hall, along with special guest Glenn Tilbrook from Squeeze on March 30th at Stiefel Theater.
It's time to play Throwback Live. She's the host of Throwback Live. It's Afton.
Hey, guys.
Hello.
How we doing? How we doing?
And the best ever.
She got her applause yesterday.
That's
I
true.
forgot.
Weekly. Only once a week.
Rein it in.
Edit that out. All right. You guys ready?
We edited it out. It's all
right.
live.
I'm sorry.
Throwback Live.
I get confused. Marty's got throwback clips. You guys are going to ring in with these sounds. Courtney, Brando, and Tim. Question 1. Who's talking here?
I don't hate the song. I think it's probably the worst
Tim.
Billy Joel?
William Joel is correct.
musical thing I've ever written. I mean, try to find the melody.
I would have gotten it there.
Question 2. Name this movie.
You're like really pretty. Thank you.
Courtney.
Mean Girls.
Mean Girls is correct. I'm so proud of
So
you.
you agree? What? You think you're really pretty? Oh, I don't know. Oh my God, I love your bracelet. Where did you get it? Oh, my mom made it for me. It's adorable.
So fetch.
So fetch.
All right. Question 3. Name this former late night talk show host.
My new late night talk show on
Tim.
Patrick Sajak.
It is Patrick.
CBS will be competing with David Letterman. Fortunately, Dave and I are old friends. He even sent me this
know he
nice
had a
little
talk
note.
show.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm
not
wrong,
do
but
well.
isn't the expression
after?
break a leg,
It was
not
like during Wheel?
break both legs?
Wheel was happening too.
Yeah.
Wow. He's
You
like
know,
a
'cause Wheel, they
Ryan
just
Seacrest.
record 'em all,
Yeah.
so.
Right.
No,
right.
I think he stepped away for
Did
a
he?
minute.
Maybe, but I mean, he was famous because of Wheel.
Yes.
Well, for sure.
It's the only reason anybody knew who he was.
But did that Bob Gruen do it for a minute? I might be making up.
Oh,
things.
the football player?
No, I'm picturing somebody else. I don't know.
Question 4.
Sorry. Question 4. Who's talking here?
When I see the arch, I think of me.
Courtney.
That's me.
It's you.
Young school field trips, and
Very
you just have the
good.
whole world
Courtney
in front
Van
of you. And now
Landrum.
as an adult, when I see it, not a great flyer.
That's a good clip right there.
What is that from?
She was talking about when she's flying home from somewhere and she sees the arch from the plane, how excited she gets because now she feels like
It's like
she's
a
home.
commercial or something? Like a St. Louis thing?
I don't know. I have no recollection.
But you did recognize your own voice.
I did, thank God.
All right, we have a tie between Courtney and Tim. Here is question 5. Name this backwards song title or artist. Courtney.
Heart?
It is Heart. And that's a Courtney Landrum win.
And that is a win for you, Christy from Belleville. Congratulations.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
You're so welcome. We have a pair of tickets for you to see Daryl Hall with special guest Glenn Tilbrook from Squeeze. It is March 30th at Stiefel Theater. We'll get you your tickets, Christy, and there are bonus chances to win on the website and the Arch app, but we'll have another pair to give away tomorrow. Throwback Live on The Courtney Show.
The Courtney Show.
Randos. Random stuff for you on this Tuesday. So 5 years ago today, COVID-19 became a global pandemic. Boy, what a great time. Huh?
So I guess this is the day, I don't know, I'd have to look it up, but I signed my contract to come here.
Oh, yeah?
The day it was the day that the NCAA canceled the tournament. So whatever that date was.
That wouldn't have been yet.
Yeah.
So the NBA was like, we're going to take the weekend off. That was one of the first things I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm looking. I thought I had.
Whatever that day was, I drove as fast as I could to Creve Coeur, Missouri to sign that contract before they decided to, pause everything.
Yeah.
Because we didn't know.
Were you here that? Because I have my Arch start date as April 6th. You would have been here that long?
I was here that long.
What were you doing?
Really nothing. I was taking all the pictures down from that office.
Oh, yeah, there was lots of pictures on the wall.
By the time they canceled the tournament, that would have been later. Because I think the now was when...
This is the World Health Organization declared it a global pandemic on March 11th of 2020. And then President Trump declared a national emergency on March 13th.
Okay.
Then schools, businesses, and borders closed. California became the first to issue a stay-at-home order on March 19th. Then other states followed suit. So you're kind of looking in that, somewhere in that range is when all the things that we remember.
But I remember that day because all of the 101 ESPN salespeople all gathered downstairs to have an afternoon drink because a lot of advertising was wrapped up in tournament. And
Oh, yeah.
It was a bad business day.
Oh, man, that had to be awful.
Yeah.
That was during that period. We also learned lots of new terms. Do we remember them? PPE?
Yeah. What do I know what it means?
Protective
entitlement.
Is it eyewear?
PPE.
PPE.
What's the E stand for?
Personal
You down with
protective.
PPE? Yeah, you know me.
Social distancing.
Yeah.
Essential workers, which is what we were.
Equipment.
There
Duh.
you go. Flatten the curve. Do you remember how we were trying to flatten the curve?
Gotta flatten the curve.
I've been trying to flatten my curve for a long time.
Zing! Shelter in place. And then N95. That was the magic number you needed on your mask. And then there were fake ones out there or something. You buy it on Amazon. This isn't a real N95. I've been duped.
Oh, yeah. I never had a real one. I always had
I ended up getting... We had some real guys.
I bought
around.
Lacoste ones, though.
Yeah.
It was really a fashion thing for a while.
Yeah.
I bought some with the little crocodile. I would have said alligator a couple of years ago before I realized Lacoste was a crocodile. But yeah, it had a little croc on it.
My favorite was the ones I got from Amazon. the Amazon brand ones. Because I know a guy that worked there, and he gave me a few of them, and they fit well. They were a heavy fabric, but they didn't like choke you out. You could wash it and use it again. I was like, I'm riding this one till the end of the pandemic.
Man, 5 years ago.
Yep, 5 years ago.
Toilet paper.
Fighting over the toilet paper. Let's see. What do I got here? Oh, Newsweek did a story on 4 women in Atlanta.
Oh, wait, real quick. Can I ask you a question, Tim?
Yeah.
Were you working from home then?
Yeah.
So you guys were doing a show from all different, from your homes?
Yes.
Was anybody going into the studio?
There was a time that Kevin was the only one.
Okay.
And I can't remember if he was ever home or he was always going in.
Yeah.
I think maybe he was
the guy
always
that
going
had
in.
the farthest to drive.
Yeah, exactly. But I can't remember when. I can't remember if there was a lag where we weren't on air. I mean, I remember we had essential personnel badges that we would drive in. We were supposed to, wear.
I remember I had paperwork, I think.
You weren't supposed to be on the streets.
Yeah, all your papers.
And then, just immediately having that kit at home and plugging in and doing the show. And then Emma, who was just my girlfriend.
And she was visiting at the time and just stayed.
She came in for a weekend, and now we're married and have 2 kids, is the story.
COVID was the best thing that happened to you.
Yes.
It really moved relationships the time.
Either together or away.
Yes.
Remember, there were married couples that split up because they realized, I don't want to be around you.
This is terrible.
Every day.
We were just dating and kind of talking about, we should find a way to be in the same city. And then she came in to visit one weekend, and that was it. But yeah, so I'd be doing the show, and then she'd be working remotely. And I was in a loft at the time, and she'd be working, having these conference calls, and people would be like, does somebody have the radio on in the background? And she's like, no, that's my boyfriend. He is the radio. So then I'd sign on and say hello to, she'd be talking to people all over the world, so I'd sign on in the old place and say hello to all our international listeners.
Sarah Berghoff just texted, Kevin never missed a day during the pandemic. Never.
Wow.
I got the never.
That.
I believe that too.
She was probably like, you should stay home. No, they need me. Newsweek did a story on 4 different women in Atlanta. They're all best friends, and they now live in the same neighborhood together. So they've been tight for 17 years. One moved in down the street from the other about 10 years ago. Then 3 years ago, a third friend moved in across the street, and now the fourth friend owns the house next door. They were all in her car when she surprised them with the news. She pulled into her driveway of her new home and said, "This is my new house." And they all, I'm sure, were so excited. Would you want to live on the same street with all of your best friends?
I think it'd be fun.
I'd be down with it.
I think it'd be a lot of fun. I mean, there's no downside to it.
I don't think our wives would love us being around each other that much.
Yeah.
But on the surface, they would be fine with it, I think. But over time,
as long as they were low maintenance friends where they're not mad at you that you don't always want to get together.
Yeah. I mean, we would be garage beering a lot. It'd be like King of the Hill.
But that's fine. And you're just right there.
Yeah. Walk out the door. There they are.
I think it'd be fun.
All right, we're doing it. A tornado hit a news station near Orlando during a live weather report yesterday, and everyone had to take cover. There's video that's on the blog, when they were on.
That guy did a great job.
I've seen this before, too. Years ago, this was there was a tornado coming through, and they the lights go off, and they're trying to do the news while this is all happening. But it wasn't a strong one. It was an EF2, which is not much fun. Wind speeds of 115 miles an hour. But that weatherman, Brooks Garner was his name. He was on the air when it hit, told everyone in the studio to get under their desks. Thankfully, there were no serious injuries reported. It flipped some cars, and it did destroy at least one home. But yeah, you can see that video on the blog. And then today is National Promposal Day. So get out there.
We're starting.
Do some promposals, everybody.
Has it slowed down a little bit?
I haven't seen it as much. Last year, I don't recall seeing it as much.
I
guess COVID probably chilled it out a little bit.
In our world.
Now, Aaron's always had a girlfriend all through high school.
Yeah.
Now you got Owen to look forward to. What year can they start going to prom?
Junior year, I think.
Junior year?
Yeah. I mean, they can go if they're invited.
I can't wait to see the girl that asks him.
He'll have I've got 4 different girls that are going to be
all
asking me
asking
today.
him, yeah.
I don't know which one to pick.
Mm-hmm.
That's your randos.
The Courtney Show.
Really loving all the nicknames for the neighbors. I'll give you an example. I have more to read later, but Dan from Troy said growing up, the guy that lived two doors down always whistled whenever he was outside working in his yard. Hence, Whistler's brother.
Whistler's brother.
SV Ruth said back in her apartment days, they called they lived downstairs from Mr. Clomp and Stomp. 314 said, naked neighbor. Not really naked, but no matter the temp, he would always wear his shorts and flip-flops.
Nice. And nothing else, I'm assuming.
No. Well, this one I have to read more because I don't really want to. Amazing Teresa said, girly man was what my parents called one of their elderly neighbors because one day he was trying to get my mom's attention and he kept yelling, hey, girly, girly. My mom did not appreciate being called girly. That's from Teresa. And I love hearing about different COVID stories from people.
Yeah.
How long were we on the air before we had a text line? Did we always have a text line?
I think we always had a text line.
Okay. But I like these little memories since it's the anniversary of the pandemic, of being called a pandemic. And let's see. I got to find it. I started my job at Target on April 1st, 2020. I have PTSD from the toilet paper hoarders. Oh, yeah. They'd yell at us like I personally was making the limit personal for them specifically out of spite. Let's see what else. I got sent home March 17th. I remember because I bought Shamrock Shakes on my way in case no one could leave their houses again for weeks.
It's the last of the shakes. I got them.
One funny memory from the COVID era, my drive-by birthdays with everyone honking.
Yeah, we did some of those.
I think we celebrated birthdays more during that time than we would have normally.
I agree.
I think you're right, yeah.
My sister was on a business trip in London when COVID was officially declared. She was so scared she was not going to make it back home before they shut down all travel. They shut things down the same week she made it back. That's from Bernadette.
Yeah, those people that were traveling, that had to be really nerve-wracking and terrifying.
It's crazy. 5 years ago, today it was declared a pandemic. Thank you guys. Keep those texts coming in about anything that we're talking about. Lots of thoughts on the pickle juice available from Clausen and different like things that people use pickle juice for. But keep those texts coming on the Cheney window and or text line 314-669-4665. We've got Tuesday Tidbits coming up next on The Courtney Show.
Hi, I'm Mark Cantor. My law firm is Cantor Injury Law. Honor, integrity, loyalty, faith, and family are the principles and the foundation of Cantor Injury Law, and why we get justice for the injured and can win you the big bucks. If you have been in a car accident, truck accident, boating, or ATV crash, or even had a dog bite, please call Cantor Injury Law, 314-628-9999. There is no fee unless you win. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisement.
The Courtney Show.
Tuesday Tidbits. Tuesday Tidbits. I know one of my tidbits you guys are either going to know or you'll be completely fascinated by.
Ooh.
'Cause I know that at least one of you really enjoys this movie. But I have one that I saved in my phone from a while ago that I want to find. Oh, okay. I feel like I've heard this before, but it's crazy. In 1915, a woman was late to her sister's funeral. I'm trying to see. Yeah, it was here in the U.S. When she arrived, she demanded that her sister, they open the coffin so that she can see her one last time. Upon opening the coffin, the dead woman sat up and smiled. She lived for another 47 years.
What happened?
She was, in 1915, erroneously declared dead and half buried during her funeral. She requested the coffin be reopened and revealed that she was alive, smiling, and breathing.
Oh my gosh.
That is so freaky to me. Her last name, in case you want to know, did I tell you? Essie Williams Dunbar. She was born in 1892 and lived until 1962. Crazy.
That is wild.
I know. Tidbit number 2. This is the one I think at least Brando will be interested in. Highlander was written by a college student for a screenwriting class.
Oh, you're kidding. That's where the whole story came from?
Gregory Wyden wrote the movie, which he called Shadow Clan.
Nice.
For an undergraduate screenwriting class at UCLA. He was 20 years old at the time. His professor suggested that he send it to an agent, and the script sold for $200,000.
Oh my God. That's wild.
Did he do anything after that? I don't know.
He got paid on all the Highlander movies and the series, and
yeah, we'd have
that
to.
stuff too.
Yeah, what is he doing now, old Greg Wyden?
Yeah, I don't know.
I will
Crazy.
do a dive on this.
Well, he's not going to split the money either because, there can be only one.
That's a good point.
I was just waiting for that line to come out. I have one more. Desiree, I think I always thought there was an I in her name. Desiree,
The singer?
Gotta be.
You gotta be.
You gotta be. Isn't that it?
Yeah, I think so.
She has sued both Janet Jackson and Beyonce for lifting her music and won one of two.
Oh, wow.
She sued Janet Jackson in 1997, claiming her song Got Till It's Gone used too much of her song Feel So High without permission. She won the suit and was added as a writer on the Jackson song. 10 years later, she sued Beyonce. Beyonce covered her Desiree's Kissing You for the album B-Day without permission. The suit was dismissed, but some editions of B-Day containing the cover were pulled from sale.
Wow.
There's some sort of settlement there, maybe?
Yeah.
How are people covering
without getting...
Yeah,
I mean, this isn't like years ago.
Right.
Where you didn't know better. You know better.
Yeah, she knew better.
All right, what about you guys?
That's weird. I got a few. This is one about Ragnarok, Thor Ragnarok. It said during the filming of Thor Ragnarok, the Make-A-Wish Foundation granted a child to visit to the set. The scene where Thor walks into a gladiatorial arena and sees the Hulk for the first time has the iconic line, "He's a friend. We know each other. He's a friend from work." And it's a very funny line. Yeah. That kid is the one who suggested that dialogue. That kid, the Make-A-Wish kid, is the one who said he should say, "I know him from work."
No
How old was the kid?
I don't know. It doesn't say.
Huh.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, let's try it. And they did it, and that's what's in the movie.
Really
and it's a great line.
It's great.
This is a different one. In 1990, the high school dropout rate in Seaverville, Dolly Parton's hometown, was over 30%. So in 1991, she launched the Buddy program, offering
the books.
The 7th and 8th graders $500 if they graduated. The dropout rate for those classes dropped to 6% and has generally retained that average to this day.
Oh, that's great. And then she did the whole book thing, the free books.
Yeah, for all the kids.
But it was like a real Scott's Tots.
Yeah,
but she made good on her promise.
And then this one I saw from the Gateway Arch, I don't know, a month or so ago. It was just a question they posted for President's Day, I believe. They said it says, "I've had millions visit me, but only one president has ever made it to the top of the arch. So has actually ridden the tram to the top. Do you know who it was?" And I didn't know this. I worked there.
So late 60s is when the arch was completed.
Correct.
Was the person president at the time?
Yes. Well, I don't know. But it was not a pre-presidential ride. He had been, either was or had been president.
The closest would be Barack
I don't know the
Obama.
date that they wrote it.
Yeah, that's a good guess.
I
can picture old Nixon going up there too.
That's who. Yeah.
Clinton?
Ford?
I don't know.
I think I would have guessed Nixon. It was Dwight D. Eisenhower. And they said it was fitting because he was the president who authorized the construction of the arch during his presidency.
Isn't that a little crazy? He's the only one who's done it?
I know, it's strange. Like, none of them have ever gone up there.
Come on.
He's the only one. That's why I like Ike. All right, that's what I got.
The Highlander guy that you were talking about went on to write a little movie called Backdraft.
Oh, you're kidding.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, God, what a dumb movie.
So he's in the game.
I saw that stupid thing in the theater.
He definitely made a lot of Highlander money. I mean, there's so many Highlander movies. There's the series. There's all comic books, all kinds of stuff. So he's doing just fine. But I would say Backdraft is the only thing that really grabbed me. The Prophecy. Do you remember those movies?
Is that scary?
Walken. Yeah.
Oh, The Prophecy. Yeah, where it's like, they've done a bit on SNL about it.
I never saw him.
Oh, is that what it's based on?
Yeah, but that's the movie you're talking about. I've never seen it, but remember he does all really insignificant future, like,
and that was from that movie?
I never put together that it was part of the movie.
Yeah, that's it, I think.
It's a great bit, any way you look at it.
Well, it says 1995. I don't remember when that movie came out. Yeah, I think that's it.
Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, looked up that guy, so I got that guy. More stuff. Coldplay has never had any lineup changes, even at the beginning. They've also never used any core touring musicians. It's been the same 4 guys playing and touring together since day one, almost 30 years ago.
Wow. They must like each other, I guess.
There are approximately 5.9 million Puerto Ricans living in the continental United States and 3.2 million living in Puerto Rico. There's more in the continental United States
than in Puerto Rico.
There are in Puerto Rico. Biz Markie never planned to sing the chorus on Just a Friend, but none of the people he asked to sing showed up at the studio, so they just kept him doing it.
No way.
And
that makes that song.
Makes the song.
Dead Zone is the movie that Christopher Walken.
That one.
That one, I thought it was older than 95.
Wait, so Walken was in that? That's the one that then they made a TV show with Anthony Michael Hall?
I don't know.
It's a Stephen King thing?
I kind of remember Dead Zone.
Dead Zone where you could
see the future or something.
It is Stephen King, though.
Yeah.
And Cronenberg directed it.
Oh.
I've never seen it, though. And I haven't seen The Prophecy.
Yeah. I'll do one more. I'll do a movie once, and that's kind of been a theme. And I've heard this. When The Truman Show was coming out in 1998, the director, Peter Weir, originally wanted to have hidden cameras installed in every theater showing it and then have the movie cut to the audience watching it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That would have been weird.
They would have been weird.
I love that movie. So you still haven't seen it.
Never seen it,
You've
no.
got to see that movie.
Yeah, one of these days.
I like it a lot.
I think it's an exceptional. Jim Carrey's so great at Laura Linney. Her character is incredible.
Yes, and she starts kind of
when she starts
up a little bit.
And when she starts to sell all the products she brings home. It's very good. Those are your Tuesday tidbits.
The Hollywood Outsider on 106.5 The Arch.
Rick Springfield recently had a full body MRI scan. I don't know, just because maybe. And they found out he's got brain damage. He says it's from an onstage fall 25 years ago. He said at the time he thought he'd just broken his wrist, but he did remember hitting his head. On the scan, they found out he has some brain damage from that fall as well. They said they're going to try to repair it or work on it. I don't know what you can do. Brain damage
scary.
25 years ago. But he said he lives a pretty healthy lifestyle, but he also realizes, quote, I'm the same age as old people.
Yeah. What is he, 70?
He's 75.
75.
A little reminder. That's right. I'm an old man. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner were recently seen hugging. That was about a week ago. Now, Jennifer's longtime boyfriend was just spotted out hanging with his ex-wife.
Why?
Who's that?
Why are they trying to make this a thing? Why is Ben Affleck always the subject of let's see what his romance looks like?
Because it's interesting.
Yeah, but
and they're already following him around, I guess.
But when Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck were married, nobody was talking about them.
It's true. They really backed off on him. It wasn't as exciting.
Oh, I had a blog.
Was it a blog or a vlog? For you video?
Mostly a blog, sometimes a vlog.
Vlogs are pretty
And it went to no one. It was like Creed on The Office.
I had a few people.
Never published it, but it was there at any moment. By the way, you can see what's in Jennifer's bag on the blog today. Jennifer Garner. She did one of those, like, dump out your purse and go through everything that's in there.
What's in my bag?
Yeah, a little preview. Lots of cash.
Would
nuts,
you guys like to know what's in
and some
mine?
Opened gum.
Yes.
Let's go.
There's not a lot. I got this.
A roll of cash.
Got this.
Is that for makeup?
And no, it's there's some lip gloss in there and like credit card stuff like that. This little,
would you call that a wallet?
It's a pouch.
A pouch.
It's more of a pouch. I've got a couple suckers.
Oh, from the big bag that you bought.
2 things of Tylenol.
Yep.
Like little packages. A bunch of quarters.
Where'd all the quarters come from?
I don't know, but you want to see me catch them?
Oh, with you can do all 4. You got like 7 of them there?
I've got 1. Oh, there's a nickel in there. Let's take that out.
That'll mess everything up.
I've got 5 quarters.
That's a pretty good stack to elbow.
Let me move my yogurt.
God, I hope the video cameras are working.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah. Oh!
I got 2.
2 out of 5.
Pretty good.
5, yeah.
That's not terrible. You went round 2?
Well, I'd have to pick them up. We'll end it.
We'll revisit this later in the program.
We'll end the Hollywood Outsider with it.
All right.
I think if I stand.
I think you need to stand. That's a good idea. They're going to make a Big Bang Theory rewatch podcast. They say the first podcast episode will offer a special look into the unaired pilot with co-creator Chuck Lorre and former Warner Brothers television group chairman Peter Roth. Additional guests include Sarah Gilbert, Christine Baranski,
all who were on that
Vernie
show.
Watson, Sarah Rue, and many more, they say.
No, just regular, they couldn't get a single cast member to just host the thing?
That's what I'm saying, but the girl that's hosting it is from St. Louis.
Yeah, she's a journalist. Her name's Jessica Radloff. She's a journalist and a best-selling author. She wrote the book, The Big Bang Theory, the definitive inside story of the epic hit series. So I think she's a bit of a fan of the show.
Cool.
But yeah, from St. Louis, graduated from Parkway Central in 1997, did Jessica Radloff. So congrats to her on a gig.
Yeah.
Nice work.
Missouri native Eric Stonestreet's got a new job. Remember, he's from Modern Family. He's joined the cast of Dexter Resurrection. People like him. They like that show. See if it does well. Robert Redford hasn't acted in a movie or series in 6 years. Do you guys realize he has not been in anything for 6 years?
I haven't really thought about
Avengers is the last thing I can think of him in.
Yeah, well, he appeared in the AMC Plus show Dark Winds on Sunday night.
What is this Dark Winds?
I have no clue. So he appeared alongside Game of Thrones author George R.R. Martin. They played jail inmates playing chess together.
What?
But this is the first time he's been in anything in 6
Why that?
years.
Is he a producer on the show?
Maybe. I think George R.R. may have something going on with this,
He wrote
too.
it, maybe?
Possibly.
Dark Winds.
What's Dark Winds? Do I need to watch it?
Dark Winds.
It's the guy he was in Fargo and he's been in a bunch of other stuff. You would know him. That's all you're getting out of me. Follows 2 Navajo police officers in the 1970s Southwest that are forced to challenge their own spiritual beliefs when they search for clues in a double murder case.
So it's been on for a while.
Yeah.
22.
Okay, so this is like a new season.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are 21 episodes.
AMC Plus. Dark Winds.
Okay.
It's usually what happens after chili night in our house. Sabrina Carpenter arrested. She arrested.
That's what you get.
Yeah.
No, she did. I had it in quotes. I just stopped myself like, wait, did I write that right? Sabrina Carpenter arrested, in quotes, both Baby Spice and Salma Hayek for being too sexy during a couple of London shows over the weekend.
So she does at her shows, right?
She does.
Yeah.
Who'd she start that with?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I think she does it every show, doesn't she?
Like Haley Steinfeld or something? Somebody.
But this time it was serious. If convicted, they could face 5 to 10 years in prison. Baby Spice and Salma Hayek.
Okay.
I mean, guilty.
Right?
Rainn Wilson is in 6 episodes of this Dark Winds, too.
Dark Winds. Buffalo Bills quarterback Josh Allen just got a raise. He has a new 6-year deal worth $330 million. Comes with a $250 million guarantee.
Jeez.
So yeah, he could just fall apart and they'll be like, we still owe him $250
My Lord.
Lots of actors have a hidden talent. Some of them are highlighted on the blog today. For example, Vanilla Ice used to be a semi-professional jet ski racer. What was that, a thing for like a week?
Awesome.
Hugh Laurie is an accomplished jazz pianist, saxophonist, guitarist, and drummer.
That's cool.
Singer Jack Johnson was a semi-pro surfer. I think he got hurt surfing, and that's when he started playing guitar and was like...
He had bubble toes, I think.
Bubble toes?
Song.
Oh, okay. Matthew Perry was a nationally ranked junior tennis player for Canada back in his youth. And then Gina Davis tried out for the U.S. Olympic archery team.
Yeah, well, years, like, she was older.
It says I have down in the 90s, late 90s. She placed, it was archery, so she's not running.
Yeah.
24th out of 28 in the Olympic trial semifinals. So she made it all the way to the
That's
semifinals.
cool.
And how would you like to be like, how'd you do today? Did you make the Olympics? No. Well, what happened? I got beat by Gina Davis. What are you, like a person that looked like Gina Davis? No, I swear to God, I think it was Gina Davis. What do Ice Spice and Chapel Roan have in common? ? Well, they both had booty wardrobe malfunctions over the weekend. You can see for yourself on the blog today. Their dresses split, basically. If you're a fan of the cult classic horror movie Reanimator, you can see a picture of the main stars from the film on the blog today. Jeffrey Combs and Barbara Crampton. I remember watching that movie as a kid, and then I went back and watched the trailer when this came up this morning because I just wanted to see how much I remembered. It's a funny, weird.
I've never seen that or heard of it. I don't think.
Yeah, if you're in that horror movie world, that's like on the Mount Rushmore, I think, of weird horror movies. I don't know what yardbarker.com is, but they decided to put together a list of actors who always seem to play the same character. So kind of the typecasted character. Vin Diesel is on the list. Jesse Eisenberg, Zooey Deschanel, Melissa McCarthy, Seth Rogen, Michael Cera, Aubrey Plaza, Jason Statham, Ryan Reynolds, and Jason Bateman all made the list. I mean, there's some differences between characters, but they're not 100% wrong on that list, I would say. Zooey Deschanel kind of, I don't know.
It's funny. I think of somebody like Bateman. There's so much character to kind of who he is and how he talks and everything that it just sort of is in everything. And Michael Cera,
it almost feels like when you write a character, you're either writing like we want Jason Bateman for this character or
a Jason Bateman kind of.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he is so funny. Even when he's being the straight guy.
Yeah.
His anger.
Yeah, when he gets irritated.
Is just hilarious.
So funny. TV tonight, we've got the premiere of Last Take, Rust, and the story of Helena. So it's the story of that cinematographer, Helena Hutchins, who was shot and killed on the set of Rust. So that is on Hulu, if you're interested in getting a little deeper dive into that story. There's also, if you're a big Tom Petty fan, there's a new documentary on Paramount Plus starting today. It's called Tom Petty, Heartbreakers Beach Party. There's a lot of footage there that I think is probably unseen. It's never been seen before stuff with Tom Petty. So if you're a fan, I would check that out. I watched the trailer. The trailer I think I put up on the blog today if you want to check it out.
And then Cameron Crowe did it way back in the day for MTV.
Yes,
and
it's
it never
old.
Came out. So it's Cameron Crowe, very young at the time.
What is it on?
It's on Paramount.
Oh, okay.
And then there's also the streaming premiere of that movie Better Man. That's on Paramount.
Oh,
so that's the Robbie Williams story where he's a monkey.
Animated.
Yes.
Or whatever that is.
Yeah.
CGI.
I'm for monkeys right now.
Yep. And then Kimmel tonight, SZA is going to be on Jimmy Kimmel tonight as one of the guests if you want to check her out.
Sure, he'll take some shots at emos.
Here we go, quarters.
All right. No, I did worse that time.
You did worse?
Yeah.
Maybe try sitting back down.
No.
We'll wait.
No, I'm good.
All right. We won't wait. I'm Brando, your Hollywood outsider.
The Courtney Show.
Timmy looks at the number. Timmy looks at the number. Timmy looks at the number.
I'm Timmy, and these are the numbers. It is Sleep Awareness Week, and each day this week has a theme.
Oh.
Spirit Week. It's cool.
Yesterday. Because of the time change, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Yesterday, remember, was National Napping Day.
I
Today, National Dream Day. Nobody has the exact same dreams. That would be weird, but there are certain types of dreams that lots of people have had. A casual poll. This is
What
a
does
casual
that
one.
mean?
It's a casual
It
poll.
just depends on what you
If
wear
just
when
walk-
you answer the questions.
Walking around the office.
Yeah, you'd be able to answer this one too.
Yeah, trust me. I know.
A casual poll online asked people if they've experienced these 12 dream themes. Over 20,000 people weighed in. I'd like you guys to answer.
Sounds more than casual.
Yeah, that sounds pretty
All
formal.
right, hit me.
A dream where you're being chased.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. And like you can't run right for some reason. You had that?
You run funny when
No,
you're...
like you're
No,
just
you just,
slow.
like-
You're like,
yeah.
why
Yeah.
can't I seem to get away?
It's not a big dream for me.
The chasing. Yeah,
No.
me either. 89% of people have had those. A dream about falling.
Yeah, and
Yes.
then you wake up.
Yeah.
It was a sniglet back in the day. It was called a nap jerk. I still remember that.
Oh, yeah. You remember
you-
Sniglets?
when you're
Rich
starting to-
Hall?
You guys are saying a bunch of noises, and I don't know what they mean.
Rich Hall from...
Oh, Rich
Not necessarily
Hall.
the news is where he did them initially. It was a show on.
And there was
yes.
a book.
Yeah,
heard-
I have a sniglet book somewhere.
Yeah.
What was the other thing you
So
said?
Rich Hall was a comedian. Might still be.
I know. I know. I think
He was on a show
dead.
called Not Necessarily the News, which was on HBO, I believe. And it was like a sketch comedy sort of thing. But he started this segment where he would be like, we would make up words. He just called them sniglets. And one was, I think I've said on the air before, one was snackmosphere. And he would say like the word, he'd be like snackmosphere, the air that's inside a chip bag. So when you open the bag, that's
Yeah,
air
it
that's
would
in
be
it.
huge right now because everybody wants to make up or like coming up with new things just because they have a new name to them.
Yeah.
Like some
Yeah.
kind of clever name.
Yeah.
But that's all he would just come up with all these different like funny words to describe stuff. And one of them was nap jerk, which was that's when you're starting to fall asleep and you
Sniglet, nap jerk,
Rich Hall.
And I was like, what is going on right now?
It's like Porchang.
Poor Chang.
I went by there over the weekend. God, their cashew chicken is really good. I don't know if you guys have tried it.
The lines are always crazy.
Oh, it's nuts at Poor Chang's.
87% of people have had a dream about falling. A dream about someone who really hurt you.
Oh,
I'm sure.
I mean, yeah, I guess
75%.
I've told you guys the work dream I have the most is always with Stephen DC. My
Oh, yeah.
first radio job. Yeah, I don't really dream about Guy. That'll hurt him, I know.
he's like,
Yeah.
what?
but
surely you.
but yeah, it's like I think I was the most under stress
Oh, I'm sure.
during those days.
You just seen Pauly Shore when you close your eyes.
What's up, Courtney? A dream about running late to something super important.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's like the test.
Yeah.
You know, oh, there's a test and I didn't know, and
And
I'm
then
late.
you've never been to class and you don't know where the class is.
Yeah.
And it's final exam.
And my dreams about running late feel like real life.
Did you have one this morning?
I think I did. It's hard, you know.
It's kind of about mid morning, I think, is when you had it.
A dream where, 72% have had that where they're running late to something important. A dream where you're hanging out with a celebrity.
I've
Oh,
had
yes.
celebrities in my dreams.
I don't know about hanging out, but they occupy
just there.
some space. Yes.
Yeah, I do these weird like hybrid dreams where I put people together that don't know each other, but I know them, and somehow I put them all together in a dream, and then I wake up and they're like, "What was I doing?"
Yeah, I got that too.
I got real creative last night.
Yeah, Randy Carricker, Tom Hanks, and I were having
Yeah.
drinks. 60% of people have had that where the celebrity shows up. A dream where you've lost your voice and are unable to call or shout for help.
No.
Oh, I don't think I've
I
ever
don't
had
think
that
so.
I
one.
think I've had that. 58% of people have had that. A dream where you're in school taking a test. A lot of people seem to have that. I know.
Yes.
I don't.
I can't believe that's not more.
Why?
I think 100% of people have had that version of that dream.
Because I think I have it for whenever I feel unprepared for something,
Oh.
which is my life.
You remember a lot of dreams, it seems like.
I do.
I honestly don't.
I like dreaming. Isn't that a song? I like dreaming.
I don't know.
Because dreaming, maybe it's not
You dreamed
dreaming.
that song up.
Good. 56% of people have had
What
that.
about one where you're punching someone but you can't connect? Is that just me?
That didn't make the list. Wait a minute, like you're missing them?
Yeah, or like it doesn't have any.
Oh, no,
there's
no energy.
power.
Yes, I've had that.
Really?
You're
Yes.
fighting, but you're just like, I got nothing in the tank. I don't know
I've
what's
had
going on.
That
Who
a
are you
lot.
punching?
You.
Oh, so sorry to hear that.
I really don't.
I got a strong chin. That's probably what it is. Doesn't do anything.
Didn't know about that strong chin. I'm punching your calves.
Well, I mean, your hand is going to get hurt.
You just hit nothing but torso.
Yeah, what are you thinking?
Can't get to the face.
A dream where you're dying. 56% of people have had that. A dream about your teeth falling out. That's a common one, too.
That's what I was going to ask.
For sure. It's one of those things where it's not like they just fall out. I think that I am grinding my teeth. And in my dream, like while I'm sleeping, I grind them down to nothing and they all just start breaking.
Oh, I've had that feeling of like just accidentally pulling a tooth out. Where you're just, where you like pull on it and it just comes out.
Oh, it's terrible.
It's disturbing.
A dream where you're pregnant?
Yeah, I have that all the time.
Never.
46% of people have that. A dream where you are naked in public.
Yes. It's usually not naked. It's I don't have pants on.
You're just Winnie the Pooh in it?
Yes. I always have a top on and then realize that
you forgot.
I don't have pants.
And you're where? At work or in front of people or what?
Parties. I'll be out.
Do you think that they were stolen off of you, or are you like...
I'm like, I forgot my pants.
That's what I think mine are, too. It's like, literally just, why did I forget to put pants on? And then the whole dream is trying to find a pair of pants.
Or you're just like hiding behind people and you're pulling your shirt down.
Like hiding behind a shrub.
It's naked.
Yeah.
Bottom naked.
I'm glad I don't remember my dreams. This all seems very troubling.
I also used to have dreams all the time, like a lot. Back when I still had my childhood blanket, like I'd have a piece of it, that I would be out with my blanket and not realize I had my blanket out in public.
And people are like, what is that tattered shroud
it was
that you're
it was like a
carrying?
piece of string. It hasn't existed in over 20 years.
Crazy.
Probably 30. But yeah, I used to dream that I brought my, as we call it, we called it in my family, my cubby.
Yeah.
I was out as an adult, and I was trying to hide it.
Everyone's going to see my cubby.
Yeah, I know.
Which could be either one of those dreams.
Does sound like a name for that area.
Man. All right. I know Courtney would really love it if you guys would immediately text us all your dreams. Just really break them down for us on the text line. I think she would enjoy that. I'm Timmy. Those are the numbers. This is The Courtney Show.
The Courtney Show.
He got here late and he left early. That's our own Tim Convey, everyone.
Yay.
But in studio, we knew we'd be fine because she likes to talk. You may have seen her on TikTok. She is born and raised right here, well, Granite City. You moved to the Mo side many years ago. Kelly Manno.
Hey,
welcome.
I'm so happy to be here.
It's great to have you. I've never had you on. Well, yes, I have. When you the cow thing.
Oh yeah,
I had you on then.
You know, I'm normally not up this early, so this is new for me.
How did you do morning radio? Because you famously cannot sleep at night.
Oh, I never got used to it. Like people would say, "Oh, you just get used to it." No, never got used to it. It was miserable, and I hated my life every day. Like it was the best job, but. God, 4 a.m. my alarm would go off.
Well, we talked about you early this morning because we both spent some time. We did our time with Stephen DC.
Yes,
That's how
we
we
did.
both started in radio. Now you're a big TikTok star.
Yep.
And we'll get to the reason you're here. But what years were you with Stephen DC and what was your title?
So I came shortly after you. I started as intern Kelly, but then I started dating the producer and moved up the corporate ladder that way. And so then I became the assistant producer of the show. But yeah, I stayed as assistant producer. And yeah, working for Stephen DC, I say it's like some weird fraternity that we've all been through. And like only us know what that was like.
Yeah, give me some names of some of the stragglers that were in the studio back then. Like the people that didn't get paid but came in every day, somehow they convinced them to work for free.
Oh, yeah.
Besides the Mad Hoosier, because he was a part of the show.
Like Vanilla Mike was like the longest running, I think, unpaid intern. The No Limit Honky, who was our stunt guy that came after Addison.
Yeah.
But just, I mean, so many people. And then when you did finally get hired to get paid, I was like, are you joking? This is what I make? Because I could.
Oh, it was crazy.
My first full-time job in radio paid me $14,000 a year.
Mine
And
was
it was
16.
a full-time job. And I was
I got
like.
16 my first job.
16
too.
was mine.
And I was like 20 years old, and I was like, I am getting out of this business.
And what year was this?
Probably like 99, 2000 to like 2003 ish. Somewhere. I was there about 4 years.
Yeah.
I came towards the end of some of the crazy stuff, but I grew up listening to them. That's why, like, I would drive in the mornings to high school, like so miserable, hating mornings, and I would hear them on the air, and I would tell my mom, I'm like, I'm gonna work for these guys one day because they wake up and do fart jokes and prank phone calls, and that's all I want to do with my life.
When prank phone calls were real.
Yeah.
When they were real.
Yes.
Oh, don't even get me started.
Don't even
And
get
when
us
fart
started.
jokes used to be real.
We can't do as many fart jokes on the show anymore because the Convies have ruined fart humor for us.
Why? Farting is always funny.
They really hate
They
it.
really don't
hits
like it.
I think they got in trouble or something as...
Did they have a not fart-friendly house, maybe?
I
must have been.
Something happened.
Yeah.
Because both of them had it.
We had like fart contests in the Manno house. It was like...
I have a whole soundboard set up with just fart noises for the one day I punished Chris for something.
Oh, yeah.
And it was as if I was killing him.
Well, yeah, I live with a guy that finds, he follows fartfluencers on TikTok.
Oh my God, we talked about this. Well, my kids taught me this really fun game called Guess My Fart. And what happens is if you're getting ready to fart, you say out loud to the people in the room, guess my fart, and they have to make a noise, and then you fart, and when it matches up, it is hilarious.
Yes, it's a win.
So now every time you have to fart, whoever you're with, say, guess my fart.
All right, so let's talk about your next career.
Yeah.
TikTok star.
Yeah, oops. Didn't mean to do that. Started during COVID, and, it just took off. I had like 1 million followers within like 6 months.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, people were really bored. So
but COVID was a good time to try stuff. We started our show during COVID.
Yeah.
It began in April of 2020.
This never would have been allowed.
No, we didn't know. We had never all worked together, so we understand. We were just throwing darts.
So you guys were brand new during the pandemic. God. It was just a crazy time, and the news was scary, and everything was scary, and I've never taken anything in my whole entire life seriously. So while I was concerned in the beginning, yes, I carried on with what was going on in my house, which was making dumb videos, and I just think it was a relief for people that were so scared and stressed out that somebody was being funny about it, and it just exploded, and it, yeah.
And now you're doing a comedy tour.
I'm doing a stand-up comedy tour, and it's one of those things that I always kind of knew I could do. I've always loved public speaking, and I've always loved making people laugh, and I thought if I ever really tried that, I bet I could do it.
And worked on it. And
yes.
Yeah.
But it's a very lonely lifestyle. You're on the road all the time, and I've got 3 kids, and so I always kind of pushed that away. Anytime somebody brought up stand-up, I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. And then this group came together online, 4 of us on TikTok. We were just going to do a get-together last year in Nashville, and one of the guys like, we should try stand-up. And I'm like, are you insane? Why would we do stand-up? We're not stand-up comedians. But, we all sat and started because in media, you get to edit stuff, and being on stage is completely raw and naked and terrifying. And
just tell everybody, hey, can you guys turn around for a second?
Yeah, just turn
around. Forget I just said that. I want to do it again.
3, 2, 1.
Yes. And so surprisingly, the thing that I think has been successful about our tour is that we've been honest from the beginning. Like, all of our audience knows that we don't do this for a living, and that we're kind of learning as we go. And
they're kind of there to see.
They're there to see us
go off the rails a little bit too.
They almost expect it to. Like, if you follow me on social media, my whole life is a train wreck. So you should expect nothing else when you come to the show. But it's so much fun.
And you're going to be at the Factory. When I have all the information.
Finally,
right
I'm doing
here.
a hometown show. So we just started this last year. We've done Nashville, New Orleans, Atlanta, Cleveland, and we're doing Vegas next. And I said, we have to do a St. Louis show. I said, I've lived here my whole life. Everyone I know and love is here. Everyone. And so I know I'll have a lot of support from like the community. And, you know, I work in a rescue and I got 3 kids in school. And I'm always volunteering for stuff. I'm like, we're going to have a big crowd. So we booked the factory. And we are on day, I think, 4 of ticket sales. And we've already sold over 1,000 tickets.
That's so great.
Awesome. How nervous were you when you signed that?
I would be so.
I thought
I have no belief ever in myself.
I'd be like 2 people will be there.
Yes.
I have the worst imposter syndrome, and I was the one that fought for the factory with my fellow content creators because, you know, they were looking at some like the downtown comedy clubs and stuff like that, and I said, I really think the factory is where you guys want to be. It's like suburban paradise, and that's our core audience is parents and middle-aged kids. And I'm like, you know, the factory is beautiful. Let's give it a shot. And I remember thinking, like, if we can get to 500 tickets, then I won't feel like a total loser. Like, that'll be at least
500's a lot.
That'll be at least enough people that it kind of looks full, because they weren't going to like open the balcony and all that.
That would fill that lower area. It'd be fine.
I just thought if sometime in the next few weeks we can hit 500 tickets, like, I'll be able to breathe. And then the night before tickets went on sale, I mean, I thought I was going to throw up.
I know.
I'm sure I drugged myself to sleep that night because.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
But over 1,000 tickets already sold. That's so thrilling.
And I think once we hit 1,200 is when they open up everything.
That's awesome.
The back. And I've got all this media scheduled this week. So if you want tickets, now is the time.
Yeah.
If you follow me on social media, you probably follow my fellow content creators who do a lot of the same stuff. The Dad Bod veteran, Nick Harrison, and the Real Slim Sherry. It's the 4 of us. We're all kind of Gen Xers. Most of our content is about being Gen X, growing up Gen X, but we do everything up on stage.
Are you the youngest Gen Xer?
No, you would think that
in your group? You're
not? No, actually, Nick is the youngest, and he's got the big gray beard.
Really?
I said yes. I said if you dyed your beard, everybody would know you were the youngest. But
yeah, because you're right on the. You're
1978, so
yeah.
I made it by 2 years. Some of the old crotchety Gen Xers get on me sometimes. Like, I'm not Gen X enough for them.
Yeah, well.
And I'm like, that is the most Gen X thing ever.
It really is. We're a very proud group of our generation.
Yes, and apparently, like, I was not tough enough, maybe, because I, you know, anytime I do something where I go see a current musician, like I go to the Taylor Swift concert or Post Malone, people are like, you're not a real Gen Xer.
Well, you can like new music.
Tell them that.
Yeah, well,
the old crusty ones.
I'm an older Gen X.
I know you have to defend it. So I was 76. So I'm just like, look, I graduated high school in the 90s. By definition, I'm Gen X.
Now, let me tell you, I graduated grade school, high school, college, all in the 80s.
Really? I thought we were closer to the same age.
No, I'm much older.
Damn, girl, you look good.
Let's see if you can really prove how Gen X you are. Can you catch these 5 quarters?
Oh, God.
Can you do?
I think so.
Okay.
Can I stand up?
You can stand up.
Okay, I got to jump down 9 feet.
Fall off of their giant stool.
I will accept you into the Crabby Gen X club if you can catch. Well, here, move to the side a little so you don't hit your arm when you slam it back. Yeah. Don't do it there. Do it
aim
there.
at the wall.
Okay. I have baby T-Rex arms.
You really do have
Maybe those might be helpful.
If you can catch these quarters like the... She caught all of them.
I heard one. But that was good, though.
Oh, I heard all of them, but...
One hit the ground.
She got
that's good.
4. That's better than I did earlier.
Yeah.
You're also younger.
I can move my elbow faster.
You are actually...
You don't have as much tendinitis.
I accept you now.
Yes, thank you.
You're so welcome.
Yeah.
How many kids do you have?
I think 3.
And how old's the oldest?
20. My son Rocky is 20. I had him when I was working for Stephen DC. Like, I remember calling from the hospital. And now he's 20 years old. So,
what was the worst thing that they made you do on Stephen DC?
Oh,
because I have a few.
God, where do I start? We should write a book.
Man, I had to go out in public for the Wheel of Whoopee.
The Wheel of Whoopee. They had me go out and line up guys with their butts facing the the street, and people got to pick the dates based on the butt of the guy.
Yep.
It was like the block of buns or something, and I had to host it.
Oh, yeah.
And so I had to stand out there until they all got, bid on by these girls. And when I was stuck out there with like the last 3 guys, it was so awkward because I'm like, I'm
It's gross,
sorry.
they're bad butts.
I'm sorry nobody wants your butt.
There's pimples on butts.
Yeah. They would hold up a number and have their butts facing, and then ladies would call in and say which guy they wanted to date based on their butt. And then they all blind date met their dates at our Valentine's Day party.
I'm sure a lot of marriages came out of that one.
Zero. Absolutely zero.
We used to do Naked Fantasy Friday where somebody would want to drive a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
But in order for us to set it up for them, they had to come ask us in studio completely naked.
Oh my God.
I really didn't want to see any of it.
No, never.
It was terrible.
Forced nudity is never.
It was awful.
Satisfying.
Yeah. And Stephen, you see, they did get me sued by Dr. Phil, so that was.
Oh, really?
That was a fun one. That's a whole other kind of side story.
He was a real crab.
Yeah. He's an a-hole, and it turns out if you go on his show and fake who you are and give him a fake story and make him look real dumb on TV, you're going to get served with papers from Paramount Pictures.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I don't think I even knew about that.
No,
Yeah.
A lot of lawsuits were flying around.
They were. And I had to go to, Stephen DC's boss's boss because they're like, explain to us what you've done here. And I said, well, I wrote the Dr. Phil show and I told him I was in this love triangle with this guy, and they believed it and they let me come on the show, and then it aired and Dr. Phil looked real stupid because all the audience knew, oh my God, that's Kelly and that's honky and this is all fake. And they were like,
they got pranked.
Yeah, there were headlines in the newspaper like 20-year-old suckers Dr. Phil. And it was real funny until at the radio station, they're like, Kelly Manno, come to the front office. And I thought, oh, maybe I want a T-shirt or something. And I go down there and they served me pictures for Paramount Pictures. So then I had to go to the boss's boss and say, hey, guess what I did?
Yeah, but what kind of lawsuit would they have? He was pranked.
Well, he was trying to sue at the time MS Communications because they're the ones that have the money, right?
Yeah.
But then it turned out they could not prove that the radio station set me up to it. They were saying I did it all on my own accord, and since they couldn't connect the two, the only thing they could do is sue a 20-year-old girl. So they dropped the lawsuit under the guise that I signed all this paperwork saying that I would never talk about it again. So if you
and you've held
don't
firm
say
to that.
anything.
So if I figure at this point, if Dr. Phil sues me again, that's content.
It's good for you.
That's
true,
content.
yeah.
That would be the greatest thing that happened to me if
Isn't it
Dr. Phil
crazy?
sues me.
Oh, you could have been the next Cash Me Outside girl.
Cash me outside. How about that?
I mean, she's doing well.
She is doing really well, and she is
all for being a complete brat.
Oh my God,
the worst.
And she's in a feud right now with Travis Barker's daughter, Alabama Barker, and they're like these two little hood rats, going back and forth. And I'm like, I know way too much about this for being a 46-year-old woman in the Midwest. I should not know the beef between Bad Baby, because that's her name now, is Bad Baby.
You should know the beef. You've got children.
I do.
And you want to know what they're talking about.
Are they talking about bad baby, though?
Bad.
Oh, my God. I'll be singing the song, I got flex on flex on flex. And my kids are like, what are you doing?
Well, listen, I want to hit your show one more time. Where do people go to get tickets? And can we also say that this Gen X Takeover Comedy Tour is starting time of 5 p.m.
You bet your butt it is.
Nice job. That's why you're selling all those tickets.
Right? Because it was at 7 p.m. I said, let's bump it up to 5 p.m.
5 p.m.
I know
it
our
is
audience.
Incredible.
I know our audience.
Well, if you're talking to Gen X.
Yeah. So
people can hit Costco and then go to the show.
Yeah, exactly. So you go to genxtakeover.com. The tickets are through Ticketmaster. We even have scalpers now, which makes me feel super cool. If you go on the other sites, there's marked up tickets, but don't do that. There's still tickets for sale right on Ticketmaster. Go to genxtakeover.com, but get them fast because they are going quicker than I ever could have imagined.
Yeah, Kelly Manno hanging out with us. She's going to chill for a little while longer and hear the train wreck that is First 5 Notes. It's the Courtney Show on the Arch.
The Courtney Show.
Our guest in studio, Kelly Manno. The Gen X Takeover Comedy Tour is hitting St. Louis. It's going to be at the Factory in Chesterfield on Sunday, June 1st. I know you're thinking Sunday. See, Kelly, you don't know this about me. I've had an idea for a T-shirt for a while. People like Sundays. They call it Sunday Fun Day.
Yeah.
I myself, I'm weird on Sunday. I go into this weird on Sundays.
Weird on Sundays. I get that.
Doesn't leave the house kind of thing.
I'm weird.
You are charging your battery for the week ahead.
I'm already bummed.
Yeah.
And Sunday is a glorious free day.
Yeah.
But it feels not fun.
Yeah.
Unless I'm off on Monday, then then I'm weird on Monday. But 5 o'clock show at the factory in Chesterfield. It's you and this little group that you guys go to from city. You're going from city to city.
Yeah, we started last year in Nashville and sold out Nashville, sold out New Orleans, sold out Atlanta, sold out Cleveland. We are doing Vegas. We have not sold out Vegas because we're playing the Palms, like the real Palms, like not the Temu Palms.
I didn't know there was another Palm.
Well, when they said we were playing the Palms, I assumed it was like a knockoff Palms.
Really?
Yeah, but we're playing the real Palms.
Like the PALMZ.
Yeah, right.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, which is insane. And then we're going to do, because there's also there's these big social media awards in Vegas the same weekend. So we're going to do our stand-up show and then going to the award show. Which,
that's fun.
No,
what are they called?
Not.
What are they called?
It's called the Cheer Choice Awards. And there's like a red carpet and people ask you stuff and they wear gowns. And I'm so already discombobulated about this whole thing.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to dress up. And
you should dress like you.
Yeah.
Wear a Snoop Dogg hip hop outfit.
I don't know. Wear something that you're comfortable in.
I don't know. I'm not comfortable in anything that's a freaking gown. So I don't know what I'm going to do.
Yeah, but I bet you would look gorgeous. Don't be stressed. I think it's going to be fun. They're called the what again?
The Cheer Choice Awards.
Cheer Choice Awards.
And that's going to be in Vegas in April. And then bringing it home, I told them we have to do a St. Louis date. We have to. Everyone will kill me if I don't. So the factory, Sunday, June 1st. Tickets are available. Not a lot of tickets left, but tickets are available. Like the entire floor is already gone. So all that's left is the balcony.
GenXTakeover.com.
GenXTakeover.com. Yep. And if you go to the website, you will recognize the other 3 people I tour with immediately. Even if you don't know. Social media is a thing where sometimes you don't always know their name, but then you see them and you're like, oh my God, yeah, I followed them for years. So Nick Harrison, Slim Sherry, the Dad Bod veteran, the 4 of us.
I think you could probably get Nick to come to one of those if you added one of the famous goats or animals that he follows on.
Right,
There's a real elderly dog that he follows. Sadly,
if the donkey
Monty passed away.
Oh, the crab? Was that the crab? Wait, who's Monty?
Monty was a donkey. He wore little boots. But there's a bunch. There's Willie the pig.
Does he follow Ivar the incredible cat with the big eyeballs?
I don't know.
If you don't follow Ivar the blind cat that's got great big eyeballs, I mean, I follow more animals on TikTok than
me
people.
Too. Well, I don't follow. I'm not on TikTok, but I mean, I follow all these different Instagram accounts that their animals are what are famous.
Yes, 100%.
The swimming golden retrievers.
Yes.
Are awesome.
Have you
the
seen
ones that bang their bowl and throw their bowl?
Yes.
We talked about those yesterday.
Have you seen the hot guy with ducks?
No.
I hope it's just called Hot Guy with Ducks.
No, it is a hot guy, 2-turn Tony, and he loves pet ducks, and he's had him since he's little, and he does like hot guy videos with ducks.
Really?
It's me and my ducks today.
Yeah.
Are they his ducks?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What's his name?
His 2-turn Tony. TOO turned Tony.
Oh, he's turned. I thought that meant drunk.
He's a bit much. He's a bit, when you realize that he's in on his own bit and that he doesn't.
It's not as cute.
Yeah, but Ivar the Incredible Cat is probably one of my best.
All right. Somebody say Dan from Set G. Say Jen wants to know what's your guest's name again? She's hilarious. I'd like to look up her work. He's going to look up your portfolio.
I'm pretty easy to find because had I known I would have millions and millions of followers, I would have never used my real name. But I did. So it's just at Kelly Manno, KELYMANNO. Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok is where you'll see most of my content.
That's a good question to ask because I started my radio career as my name.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think this thing was going to really pan out.
Well, Same.
What's a fake name that you wish you could have used?
God, I didn't have any at the time. That's the thing. And when I set up my account, my kids are like, Mom, you need to use a fake name because we don't want the kids at school to know you're on TikTok. And I'm like, why would any of your friends at school ever find my TikTok? Like, TikTok's gigantic, right? And then like 1 million followers later. I was like, sorry, kids. I should have listened to you.
You guys were right.
So no fake, no name. Like, I wish I would have had this as a last name. It sounded so mysterious.
And really, honestly, I think I'm kind of glad that I used my own name because so many people come up with these like quirky nicknames and then they're stuck with them forever.
Oh, yeah. Like, it's like when you get named producer Courtney.
Right.
For your beginning of your radio career, and then people still call you that.
Still call you that.
Yes.
Oh, I believe it, 100%. So, yeah, no, it's just at Kelly Manno on social media platforms. I do a lot of Gen X content. It's all comedy stuff, basically. Making fun of my kids.
Yeah, they're so happy to be
They enjoy
stars.
that, I'm sure.
My kids are both absolutely horrified and totally proud that their mom is, like, social media famous. It goes both ways.
They like it.
When I get recognized in public, they act like it is the, like, worst thing in the world. Like,
I wanted to add a Van to Landrum. Like, if I would have thought about it, I would have been Courtney Van Landrum.
Oh, yeah.
It's classy.
Nice ring,
but,
right?
that kind of sounds like a WWE wrestler.
I don't care.
You know?
It's
Fine.
got lots of layers.
Weekends.
I'm totally
Courtney
fine with
Van
that.
Landrum.
I
Yeah.
always liked it. A lot of texts have come in about a variety of different things that we've talked about on the show. This is interesting. SIUE going to the dance.
Mm-hmm.
We're not sure where they'll be, if they're going to do the play-in game. I heard that.
I don't know. I haven't seen the
I
bracket.
heard that being discussed yesterday, but anyway, it was like the first time they've ever been in the big March Madness.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody texted, listen to the podcast yesterday. I was listening, and I'm from Collinsville. The player who
they're best players from Collinsville.
Yes, the player who's currently SIU's best scorer, Ray Sean Taylor, is from Collinsville. His senior year in high school, his team was headed to the state finals, and COVID canceled the playoffs.
Oh, really?
So it's so cool that
he gets to go to
gets
the
to
That's awesome.
Gets
That's
this
good.
chance. Let's see. A lot of pickle juice texts. But I'm going to skip those. I'll save those for tomorrow.
Okay.
What do you think of pickle juice?
I mean, I don't have hard feelings either way. I like a pickle on my hamburger, but I'm not drinking it.
Yeah. Are you? You're not much of a drinker though either.
No, I don't drink alcohol.
Yeah. Pickle shots are pretty good.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They good.
Surprisingly good.
I'm going to go to what you guys call your neighbors. I'll just do a few and we'll pick these back up tomorrow. At our house, our neighbors were the Russians and the Hermits. People were never out in their yard, so we didn't learn their names. Do you have any names for neighbors you don't know?
Oh.
What do they call you is the question.
God only knows, because I could literally be dying in my front yard of a stab wound and my neighbors would be like, oh, she's making a TikTok.
Video. Right.
Well, we've got, in our neighborhood, we got Fat Guy with the mail order bride.
Oh.
I wonder why he got his name.
We have neighbors that we've given 3 different nicknames. Number 1, Hidden Kids, because we know he has kids, but they are never, ever seen.
The hidden kid.
They're not outside, going to school. We hope that they're safe.
Okay, maybe that would be a good time to call the freaking police.
Less nicknames, more calls to the
Less
authorities.
nicknames and less Netflix documentaries on the family in 5 years.
Number 2 is nickname they call them, Stockholm Syndrome, because the wife is sometimes allowed in the yard. There's something happening over here.
Again.
Call the police.
The lawn is meticulously manicured and his garage interior is cleaner than an operating room.
Oh, God.
This is all scary
red flag,
stuff.
Red flag.
There's stuff happening here.
If your garage is sparkling clean,
Who are you?
we are not friends.
Yeah.
Oh, you should see mine.
It is. Like, you got to step over stuff. It's like an obstacle course.
Do you have a couch in yours?
No, I do. I have a rain chair. I have a rain love seat. I watch it rain. And I have lived here for 8 years, and there has not been one vehicle able to fit in this garage.
Okay, I can fit my car in the garage.
Not one. I'm gonna have to try though, because I just got a new car and I want to actually take care of it, and it's like a cute color. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go for it and try to
get a snow shovel and
try
dig
to
out
get
a hole.
one car in the garage before winter.
I mean, listen, there's so much work to be done in my house. Okay, I like this one. When my youngest was about 2 or 3, we got new neighbors, and she was obsessed with them. She couldn't remember the family name and called them the neighborhoods. So that's what we call them from then on, the neighborhoods. Hoods. That's cute. I have a nickname. I nickname one of my neighbors the neighbor with no boundaries because we'll be standing outside doing yard work, front yard, wherever, and that neighbor will come and stand a foot from us and tell us a story about the cousin's wife's friends for 30 minutes, all while we're still trying to work.
You're like, could you just wrap it up,
I'm a really good walk-awayer.
Oh, me too.
I am the best.
I'm like, I have no shame. If I don't want to be talking to you, I'm walking away.
I do the same thing. I used to do it to Dan Duffy on a daily basis. Because
okay, bye.
He would be like, tell me some long story. I'm like, all right, Dan, that's all I have for you.
I'm done listening.
Thank you guys for all your texts. Feel free to text Kelly any questions that you might have while she's still here for a few minutes. Get those tickets to her show, genxtakeover.com. That show is June 1st at the Factory. It's a 5 p.m. show. Perfect time. We do need a great Taste Gang song of the day. You can go to our website, 1065thearch.com, to put your request in.
The Courtney Show.
Well, there's some sweet texts that have come in, Kelly Manno, for you.
Yeah.
Love hearing Kelly. I remember listening to her and Jimmy fall in love on air.
Oh, and now we're divorced. Dun, dun, dun.
It is sweet, though.
No, yeah, Jimmy and I met in radio. He's still one of my best friends. He lives 3 minutes from my house. He's always just coming in when there's dinner, or something.
He's like your wacky neighbor now.
He literally is. He's like my Kimmy Gibbler.
This is what somebody from the 314. I'm sorry, I don't have a name for you. 314. Short list of Kelly's frenemies. This person knows a lot about you.
Oh my gosh.
Number 1, fat guy with mail order bride. So
that's my neighbor.
Yeah. Number 2, mid-states hockey. Number 3, bathroom remodeling crew.
No, I love them. Someone's remodeling my bathroom right now, and I love them.
They're your frenemies. So
no, I love them.
All right. Number 4, pig named Bacon.
That was my own pet.
I know. And number 5, bottom of her lake filled with stuff to never be seen again. How many bodies are buried there?
Listen, I don't know who this is, but they're freaking me out. I mean, when you say frenemies, I think like Stan Kroenke, because I sent him 26 pounds of poop in the mail.
Yeah.
I think Dr. Phil.
I think frenemy is not even that. That's an enemy.
Yeah, isn't it?
Frenemy is somebody
maybe
that
pretend to be friends with, but you're
somebody
actually
that you're
your enemy.
nice to them,
right?
But you really dislike them.
Yeah.
So I don't think this is.
I love my bathroom guys, and they're still finishing my bathroom. So if you're listening, you're not my frenemies. You're my friends.
You're real. You love them.
I'm gonna miss them when they're gone because they've been in my house so long. They're my buddies. Like 2.5 weeks.
That's not that bad.
So
you didn't get the 3-day kitchen and bath?
No.
3-day kitchen and bath. Have you ever heard their jingle?
No.
It's like real old-timey, and I love it.
Nice.
I like that they've gone back about 40 years on their jingle.
I think I would prefer that they get the job done in the amount of time.
3 day. I mean, hey, I don't think they would say that if it's not happening.
3 days is pretty fast.
It is pretty fast, but I don't. Listen, let's not besmirch the 3-day kitchen and bath.
Maybe they're the new sponsor of the program.
All right, so we have decided to let our guest, Kelly, real quick, though, let's tell you about her show. It is June 1st. It's a Sunday. It's at 5 p.m. It is the Gen X Takeover Comedy Tour. So not only Kelly will be there, but you'll also be joined by, name them.
Nick Harrison, a dad bod veteran, and Slim Sherry, some of your favorite social media Gen X content creators. If you look them up, you'll recognize their faces right away.
Oh, yeah. Tater Man asked, do you know Dad Bod Vet?
Yeah, he's on tour with me.
So there you go.
So he's going to be in St. Louis on June 1st with me at the Factory. Go to genxtakeover.com and get your tickets because our official ticket count is well over 1,000. And we were going to plan on only selling 1,200. So if you want tickets, get them soon.
All right. And we have also let you. Is she picking the? Did she?
Well, I gave her some of the people that had requested songs, and she picked from that. So she blessed Beth Group today with her request.
Oh, and it's brought to you by Cantor Injury Law.
Yeah, you can count on Cantor when you've been hurt. Visit CantorInjuryLaw.com.
Kelly, thank you so much for hanging out.
Thank you for letting me come. I'm so excited.
Let's hear what this song request is.
I love you, Donnie Wahlberg.
NKOTB, Kelly's request. Thank you again. Get tickets for her show. We'll see you tomorrow, 6 a.m.
Oh, hey. The Courtney Show podcast nailed it again. Everybody deserves a good pat on the back and a big glass of bourbon at Salt and Smoke. See you there.